don't take this person out. Would you politely go to hell? Get the fuck out of my way, 'cause it's been one of those days.
Alexander Hamilton.
Ding, ding, ding.
It was sick.
That man's not only ruined the country, he's ruined red hats.
It's unacceptable.
Whenever you go to a Broadway musical, you like to sing along.
You are not a part of Hamilton.
I'd thank you to listen to my words. I apologize.
No short-term memory at all.
I know.
Garen?
Garen. So I got to experience the Garen Cockrell experience.
That's some good Utah salt.
You know what's great? There's never a dull moment here.
Has John Cryer ever been bad? If you call it a hairdo, you're not a punk.
I'm in awe of you, Jimmy Pardo.
Everything here gets paid off at some point.
I love coming here and talking. It's so easy and then it's over.
Live on tape. It's the fastest hour in podcasting. This is Never Not Funny. Now, here's your host, Jimmy Pardo.
Hello, genius. Welcome into the program. Never Not Funny, episode 2112. We finally have made it there. Woo! I'm wearing my Rush shirt to commemorate 2112. Yes. Now, listen. I've joked for years that if we ever got to 2112, we would have a member of Rush on, be it Geddy Lee, be it Neil Peart, be it Alex Lifeson. I pulled out all the stops. I contacted every human being I know that has some sort of connection to Rush. And now, if you fans out there are mad that a member of Rush is not going to be joining us here, be mad at their people. Be mad at their publicist or whoever you want to be mad at in the Rush world. Mm-hmm. Don't be mad at Rush. I don't think they ever got the message.
Right.
But there's no. I'm not kidding. I know somebody that knows somebody
Yeah.
I contacted.
I believe you, man.
And all I wanted was a 5-minute conversation on the phone. I didn't care if it was if they wanted to record it at their home and send it to us and said, "This is Geddy Lee from Rush. Congratulations on episode 2112." I'd be happy with that.
That would have been a win.
That's all I wanted.
Yep.
So again, blame
Canada.
I blame Canada. I blame
the
Canada.
Only way to put it.
We're building the wall on the wrong side of the country is my point, and I'm basing it strictly on this Rush situation.
Oh, they're going to pay for it. Not Rush themselves, but the people.
Well, I'm trying to say
the people of Canada will blame for. They'll pay for it.
I want Rush's people specifically to pay for it.
Yeah.
And by that I mean get on Twitter and Facebook and badmouth these assholes for not. Don't do that. Please don't do that. That's not our bag. But couldn't hurt. I don't think Geddy Lee's on Twitter. Is Geddy Lee on Twitter?
That's a great question.
I don't know. I got a lot of.
I have had no cause in my life to research that or find out whether it's...
I just was doing it today.
Why? You think if any of them would be on there, it would be him?
He likes the baseball.
So I found out over the weekend. I got caught. I don't know if you were included in that skirmish.
The Negro League.
I got caught in a long back and forth about Geddy Lee donating a bunch of signed baseballs to the Negro League Hall of Fame or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Very great. I don't know why we were tagged in it. It had nothing to do with us.
It's because of our love of 2112.
Yeah. Well,
also, the love of baseball. I mean, listen, you shouldn't have been brought into it at all.
It wasn't me. It was the Never Not Funny account.
Again.
So that's...
but that should just be that. If you're going to put me on there, you, in that case, you could leave Never Not Funny. Although maybe the point is, maybe they thought you'd retweet it or something and be, exciting for the listener who somehow follows Never Not Funny and doesn't follow me.
I honestly didn't want to make any more noise about the thing that wasn't going to happen, which was Rush being involved in this episode.
Me neither. It was such a bummer. And I got excited because, like I said, I played a game of, detective where I contacted somebody who said, you should talk to this guy. He's actually friends with so-and-so. And it was all moving, and it was all, and everybody full of positive energy.
Yeah.
It was all moving the right direction. And then we got... to the front door, we were told, go away. Go away. And by that, I mean, nobody came to the door. It just was a lot of quiet.
I mean, even if someone could have just said sorry, in their very Canadian way, that would have been something.
I don't know how you tweet that. Part of it is this, too, though. It's when I say we pulled out all the stops, I did everything except pick up a telephone and try to talk to a human being. And
so there were some stops.
You know what I mean? In reality, it's like,
that's a line we rarely cross. That's not a comfortable line.
I think it's a line that a lot of people don't do it. And it's like, it's easier to hear no or to be ignored on email.
It somehow doesn't feel as personal.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, maybe they didn't get the message.
Yeah, right.
You write it off as something.
Right, what's spam? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
But when you call a human being and they go, yeah, guys.
Yeah.
But listen, what I know about Getty, which is not a lot, there's no question if he heard about it, he would have made that phone call.
You think he would have taken off those tiny spectacles?
I think he would have. And he would have read whatever email was put in front of him, whatever one-liner was put in front of him. They've also got Hemispheres, which is the album I'm wearing. They got
See, this is why you didn't get them. You don't like them enough.
They have
You're
a
not
brand new deluxe thing coming out. Oh, Garen, look up Rush Deluxe and tell me what's coming out. Oh, darn it. I thought it was Hemispheres, but it's not. What is it?
A Farewell to Kings, 40th anniversary release.
There it is. They have that. They could have, good publicity on a Rush-friendly platform. Instead, they're probably going to go on some rock and roll podcast to promote that has a third of the people we have. I will not be ignored.
It sounds like you have been.
I'm sick of being ignored.
This was the one, if they call for 2113, it's meaningless. I wouldn't even answer the phone in that case.
Yeah, you know what? You'll get the same treatment, Rush Camp.
Yeah, it's over. Once we're done with this recording, it is over.
That said, if word gets out, feel free to call. We will joke about how it didn't happen on 2112, but here they are. Finally talking.
I will go back and re-edit 2112 if I need to.
Here's this. Let's pretend for a second that they get back to us this week. And we play it on 2113, it still would be, hey guys, just heard about it. Congratulations on 2112.
Okay.
That you just did 2112.
Yeah.
If it happens a year from now, guys, I can't believe you made it this far. Congratulations that you made it all the way past 2112.
Should we try in 6 months for 2212?
Sure. I think we should try every day. I think what I should have done is picked up the goddamn telephone.
Probably.
Or had our booker do that.
Yeah, maybe a different, more professional channel would have been called for.
Well, the booker tried too.
Yeah.
I also had Booker T and the MGs get involved.
Well, that's very shocking that they couldn't make it happen. They're legends.
There's a very good chance, by the way, they're all dead. I don't know anything about Booker T.
Can I mention something?
Is it the MGs, by the way? That didn't sound right in my head.
That's right.
What were you going to mention?
You made me think of it, or maybe when we were talking about his tiny glasses, it made me think of. Do you follow? Is it John Fugelsang? Is that his name?
Oh yeah, I love him.
Yeah. He's great, but beside the political stuff, he also posts a lot about the Beatles, and he posted a video clip that I'd never seen. I think it was John Lennon's last TV performance, like his last time he was ever on TV performing music, and it was weird for a lot of reasons. One reason, he was performing Imagine with an acoustic guitar instead of on the piano, although there was a piano playing, but he was playing acoustic guitar. The two other weird things are he was wearing a full, seriously Elvis Presley style leather pantsuit. I don't even know what to call it. It was like a full leather thing that looked like something out of the Elvis collection. And he looked stunningly, strikingly like Geddy Lee. Like, it was crazy.
If you pull up, Garen, John Lennon live in NYC. And that's basically the cover.
Yeah,
is what he's wearing.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure.
Maybe this was promoting.
It's
that.
a DVD.
Okay.
And it was I believe it was a VHS.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I'd never seen it, and I was like, "This is so crazy." Like, usually, it's weird to see an older John Lennon because you're used to seeing the young John Lennon. So he's older. That's weird. But mostly, it was just like, "Are you sure that's not Geddy Lee?" It's crazy.
It could be Geddy Lee. I don't know a lot about what Lennon and Lee did together. They certainly both names start with the same two two letters.
If it was Geddy Lee, it would have been like,
maybe more tolerable.
Really?
No, that's not it. That's from the cover of Live in NYC?
I mean, that's the same outfit.
It's
from the same shoot. Yeah.
My apologies, then. My apologies. It's not the same. My apologies.
Look up John Lennon last TV performance or something.
Yeah.
You can even search John Fugelsang's Twitter feed if you...
Yeah, see?
That is it. You know what? I will 100% apologize.
Well, you don't need to apologize to me. I think the Lennon family needs to get something in writing.
All right.
And maybe even Geddy Lee. When you call him about the other thing, you can also mention, hey, sorry about this.
Somehow my co-host brought you into the mix on this, and I owe you an apology because I misspoke on what John Lennon was.
While I have you on the phone, though, let me ask you a question.
Hear this.
Could you do 5 minutes on my podcast?
I don't even need 5 minutes. Again.
There it is. Yeah, it's like...
Holy shit.
It's like Eddie Murphy's delirious
yes.
suit.
Wait, don't try it.
That is... You're not kidding. That's Geddy Lee.
Isn't it crazy?
That's Geddy Lee. I'm tired of people saying it's not.
That's not Elvis.
That's Geddy
Elvis
Lee
Alpha. That's
on.
definitely Eddie Murphy.
I'm sorry, Elliot. I didn't realize you had something to say on this. Go
I
ahead.
was showing the fan the
They saw it. They don't need the walkthrough.
He was saying his head and face looks like Geddy Lee.
Right,
You
and
stepped in with the Eddie Murphy comment.
Well, I was supporting Matthew and saying that outfit though is less Elvis
Don't
and
get
more
defensive. Today.
If you saw the full
you
thing,
you know your role here.
because it's not. If you saw the pants, it's a little more Elvis-y because I feel like
Are there
they're
tassels or something?
I feel like I don't know if they're bell bottomy, but they're not as tight as the Delirious pants.
I see.
As I recall, more 70s than 80s.
Maybe he's smaller than Eddie when he
used
barred
to. He's literally still doing it. He's literally still doing it.
We get a full body. Oh, yeah, it's very small.
Hold on.
Far away.
Why are you exasperated over there? Why are you?
I'm having a day.
Are you? You know what? I'm not gonna. Can I say something, Elliot?
Yeah.
You look like you haven't slept in 3 days.
Actually, I have made a point of sleeping because I know what my next few days are going to be.
Well, you
like.
got to go back to not sleeping because you look horrible.
Well, I've been taking sleeping medications just to make sure that I get.
What are you taking? Melatonin?
Melatonin, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so
I use that in a gummy when need be. A nice gummy melatonin.
like the little chewables.
Yeah.
They have a nice taste to them for some reason. Maybe they put that in there so that you would like it.
Yeah, I would imagine that's why they have a taste.
I've never tried that. Is that good? Does it
does work.
Oh yeah,
Really?
yeah, and it's not addictive.
Right. It's just a chemical that's in your body
it
already.
really. It's like if you go like 2 nights in a row without it, give it a try because it will. Dare I say, change your life.
Well, I don't have trouble falling
It
asleep.
will change your life. Well, then why do you need it? Why are you even asking?
Well, I mean, there have been moments in my life where I couldn't sleep, but it's never been as persistent enough to do anything about it. You say that would be preferable.
No.
No one wants to hear that.
I wouldn't mind hearing a Rush version of Imagine. I bet you they would do a great version of it. In fact, Garen, look up Rush. They just did a covers album, and see if they didn't cover something. Didn't cover this.
I got to be honest. I wasn't even a big fan of this John Lennon performance. I think I'd only like it with just this piano.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
And that's where I'll leave it.
But the piano, to me, I don't know. There's something about just the piano and the vocal. It's great. It just makes
I don't know how people get mad at Paul McCartney and his ridiculous songwriting, yet they allow, I'm just sitting here watching the wheels go round. That's okay. He's a genius, but Paul McCartney's an asshole because he doesn't want many more lonely nights. I don't get it. I don't get it.
No John Lennon on that covers album.
What's on there? You got some Who?
You got some Eddie Cochran, Blue Cheer, and The Who. Summertime Blues.
Yeah.
Yardbirds, Heart Full of Soul, For What It's Worth, Buffalo, Springfield.
For What It's Worth, it's a great song. I don't care who. That's one of those. That's all on the Watchtower to me. I don't care who covers that. I love it.
How does it go? I don't know that song. If I heard it, I probably
You know it.
Like in every Vietnam
It's
movie.
in everyone.
Go ahead and sing it for me, Garen. I want to hear a little.
Yeah, Garen. Let's hear a little bit.
There's something happening.
Oh, yeah.
here.
Wait, what's it called?
For What It's Worth.
For What It's Worth.
I guess I never knew that was called For What It's Worth.
Ain't exactly clear.
I wouldn't have been able to pull that.
There's a man with the gun over here.
Here's a trivia question no one in this room will get. I will give you the money in my wallet if you can tell me who sampled that song.
Who sampled it?
Actually, it's probably been sampled more than once, but let me
sampled a lot.
Let me put it this way then: who sampled it for the title track and the soundtrack to a movie?
Will Smith?
No.
Who sampled it in the title track of a movie? Friday.
Is it Ice-T?
No. I'm looking for the artist.
Did I name the movie?
No.
Okay.
DJ Friday.
Follow up. Is there a movie called Friday?
Yes, Friday with Ice Cube and Chris Tucker.
Speaking of Chris Tucker, I saw The Foreigner over the weekend.
Oh, is it good?
I
can't wait to see it.
By the way, the answer is no, but I loved it.
I know. Again, this is what MoviePass is made for. Now that I have my MoviePass, I am seeing The Foreigner. I don't care.
Really enjoyed it.
Cool.
Really fun.
Did you get yours?
Yeah.
All right, nice.
No, I was waiting right as I told you guys in text. It was waiting on my desk.
I used mine on Saturday.
I had to pay full price in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. These assholes. I walk up and they go, "That'll be $6." I wanted to punch them in the mouth.
Unreal.
How dare you charge me that kind of money?
That's less than popcorn in LA.
$6. Then I went and got a popcorn and a drink. That was $13. Mm-hmm. $6. I didn't know what to do. I bought 9 tickets, so I felt like I was at home. All right, give me a word of hint on who sampled this thing.
I'll give you this. This will probably give it away. The movie is a Spike Lee movie. It's a Spike Lee joint.
Does it do the right thing?
Nope.
Is it?
Well, we're still looking for the artist.
Is it Jungle Fever?
we're still looking for the artist.
Is it? But if you give me the movie, maybe that's more of a hint.
Well, you
follow up.
Yeah.
Which I'm saying way too often these days. I've just listed the 2 Spike Lee movies I know.
Really? Do the Right Thing and Jungle Fever are the 2 you know?
Those are the only.
I like how follow-up isn't a question.
Yeah, that's a follow-up comment.
What? Give me some more Spike Lee movies. I'll tell you if I've seen them.
Well, what do you? Okay, I'll start from the beginning. She's Gotta Have It.
Yeah, I like that. That was good.
School Days.
I didn't see that.
Then there was Do the Right Thing.
I like that.
Then
I don't know if I'd like it today. I liked it at the time.
Mo Better Blues.
Nope.
No, you didn't see it, or no, you didn't like it.
No, I didn't see it.
I liked it at the time. I don't think it's very good, but I liked it. It's Denzel Washington plays a jazz trumpet.
I've seen that. Yeah, I'm with you.
Like at the time, I thought it was cool, and it made me listen to jazz for 3 months. And now I'm like, man, was that good?
Right.
And then Jungle Fever, which I think is great, and then I think Malcolm X was after that.
Well, that's very good.
That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
One of the best
our buddy
ones.
Denzel's back on board.
And then I don't know, Crooklyn. There's a lot of other ones that I in the mix
Well, then
there.
he became more of a basketball fan than a filmmaker.
Well, Crooklyn's not about basketball, but yeah.
No. My
That's
point.
true. But speaking of basketball,
Crooklyn?
No, the movie I'm talking about,
Space Jam.
Jesus, no, it's a Spike Lee joint.
I don't know if Spike Lee had anything to do with that.
All right.
I know that he did commercials.
Hall of Fame basketball player who played for the Bucks and the Celtics, Ray Allen, actually starred in this movie. I think he shot the movie before he entered the NBA, but he became a great basketball player in the NBA. He was the star of this Spike Lee directed film. He played the game of basketball. He was very good at it.
White man can't jump.
You might say that he had game.
Oh.
He Got Game. The movie's called He Got Game. No, you've never heard of He Got Game.
I've heard of it, never saw it.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God, it's good. That's another good one.
Who else is in it?
I don't remember actually.
Well, who sampled the song then? End this nightmare.
It's Public Enemy. If you're talking Spike Lee soundtracks, you got to talk Public Enemy.
I don't talk about Spike Lee soundtracks. It's never come up in my life.
The song is called "He Got Game" from the movie "He Got Game" by Public Enemy. They sampled. Buffalo
that.
Springfield. Yeah,
Nothing
it's good. Good song.
in here.
I like the original. I like the
Original's great.
the sample.
The original's great.
It is.
And as I've said, that's another one where you cannot screw it up. In my opinion,
Yeah.
you cannot screw it. I'm sure somebody will tweet out. Then you haven't heard this version, but
Who else was in that movie, Garen? Now it's going to bug me.
Mila Jovovich,
Okay.
Denzel Washington,
Oh, yeah, right. He played his dad, I think, or his coach or something. One, or it might be both.
Jake Shuttlesworth,
I played Jake.
father of Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Right, yeah. That was Ray Allen's name.
We sure
Jesus.
is it Jesus?
Yeah, it's not Jesus. It seems like it would be, but it's not.
Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
Rosario Dawson seems to have her head on her shoulders these days.
What happened? I didn't see.
Oh,
any-
she's didn't she go Looney Tune? Didn't she?
Did she?
I'm unaware of
I
it.
thought she did. I thought I was under the. Maybe I misread something.
No.
Then my apologies. My apologies to the John Lennon camp.
To Geddy Lee.
Geddy Lee, but only because of this outfit.
Right.
That's the only reason I'm apologizing to Geddy
He
Lee.
owes you an apology for this 2112 disaster.
Oh, I'm wearing the shirt today.
What else can you do but wear the shirt? The hat?
That's all I can do. And by the way, I want to tell you something. I left the home, my house. I was in my car and I went, ask you own a Rush shirt if there's ever a day to wear it. So I went back inside and put this on.
Oh, so you were halfway to the car.
I was in the car.
You were in the car.
Yeah, my ass was in the seat.
Boy, oh boy.
Speaking of asses in seats, had a great time in Cedar Rapids, Iowa over the weekend. Had 2 terrific shows. Saturday night, I did I had a guitarist and drummer on stage with me. Never Not Funny fan Dan Padley, who is a touring musician, had the weekend off, offered to do it.
That's awesome.
And so he and a guy named Carlo, whose last name I never got, was on drums. Dan was on guitar, and great fun. I've done it here in and I've talked about it before. I've done it here in L.A. when I host shows.
Right.
I've never done it for a full hour. It was great fun. These two got it. Dan and Carlo knew. Speak when spoken to. Don't interrupt with your own music. Don't assume something needs a rim shot. Don't do anything stupid. It was almost like seeing Rickles. They laughed at everything they're supposed to laugh at. They supported. They knew that they were props to be yelled at when they did, quote unquote, something wrong. It was great.
And they were fans, he said?
Dan is. Carlo had never met, but
Yeah.
there's a chance Carlo was laughing harder than Dan.
Oh.
He's never seen the bullshit before. Dan's
Right, it's all new to him.
Yeah, but it was great fun. And so I wanted to publicly thank Dan for doing it, and also thank the great fans, because they were really two great shows in Cedar Rapids. Awesome. Two terrific shows. And I appreciate the fans coming out, and I do want to issue a public apology to the piano guy that had to go up after our show because, boy, did everybody leave quickly.
Oh, no.
Because I went way too long.
Mm-hmm.
And I, at some point, it was a little self-indulgent, but it was a great show.
Mm-hmm.
And, but this guy was supposed to be there to, entertain after, post-show.
Mm-hmm.
And I went too long. And I think people were like, no, you know what? I've got enough entertainment for the night.
I've never seen that at a comedy club. A piano player gets up after.
I think it's a smart idea.
It's interesting.
It's also there's also other bars that. So the theory is, they're going to leave here and walk across the street and watch that guy play guitar, piano. Why not do it here in house?
Mm-hmm.
And he's fun. Mm-hmm. He does tunes.
88 keys, the whole shot.
He's got all 80 of them. Yeah, he's got the white and the black on there. He's got the ebony and the ivory. Getting along, perfect harmony. Why can't we do that? Why can't we, as a society, be like the piano? I'm asking you.
Great.
I might put this to song one day. I'm not a songwriter.
I'd like to hear it.
But I might learn how to play an instrument. I also might take a songwriting class so that I could figure out a way to make the piano a metaphor for life.
It's an interesting idea. I'm not sure if I'm on board.
I think it's got a hit. I think it's got hit potential.
Can you think about maybe playing it on a guitar? I think that would really...
I think that would confuse everybody.
No, I think it seems like it would be weird, but it's exactly what the song calls for.
Listen, hear it out. Side by side on a piano.
Yeah.
Keyboard. Why can't
I wonder if anyone's ever done a cover of that with just a guitar just to confuse people.
That would be funny. All right, listen, we have some mail.
Hit it.
The mail is here. The mail is here.
Where are you going, Jimmy? Jimmy, come back. Jimmy, we need you. We need you at the microphone.
I wanted to go full circle, but
69.
And you're going to need some
up top, my brother.
The mail is
here.
Rush. All right, now we've been sitting on these two. There's two pieces of mail here.
Yeah.
That we've been sitting on because they said please open for episode 2112. Now, unless
God.
Geddy Lee pops out these boxes,
Do you think Geddy Lee's in there?
This better be Monroe out of a cake.
There's two different.
This one says this goes with package for episode 2112. So which one do you think we open first?
I bet you open the big one first.
You think so?
That one came first. This is just an addendum, I bet.
All right.
Yeah.
Or it could be totally wrong. I mean, he should have written open this one first on there if he.
Him.
Why are we both getting a text at the same time?
You know why.
Yeah, there it is.
That's Mike Henry. Mike Henry, by the way, checking in about Playing Games, our brand new comedy game show that is already up on Stitcher.
Stitcher Premium.
Will be available, Stitcher Premium, thank you. Will be available via Airwolf this coming Tuesday the 31st.
Yeah.
As I've said before, I think it's a great... in listening to the episodes back and getting them ready with music and post and all that sort of thing, it really is if somebody took 30 minutes out of Never Not Funny and made it its own show. It's really fun. It really captures the vibe of Never Not Funny.
I agree.
Our guests were all terrific. The people, all the contestants were terrific. And I think it's a lot of fun. I really think people are going to like it. I really do.
I can't wait for people to hear it. I can't wait to see the feedback because I think it's going to be. I mean, I know people who love Never Not Funny will be excited about it, but I'm excited to see what other people think of it too. Yeah, so the Nikki Glazer episode is up. If you have Stitcher Premium, you can listen to it right this.
They've already heard it.
If you don't, then Halloween is your day.
Or join Stitcher Premium, use the code Pardo, and you get something for free.
You get a month for free, so yeah, you can just...
that's another way to do it if you want to beat the rush. But please, as Matt Belknap said in the Last Players Club, we beg of you to please subscribe to it in
iTunes, yeah.
In iTunes, or what is now called Apple Podcast for reasons nobody will understand. But yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Do all the things.
And write a review.
Yeah, do it all. And hey, write a review. We haven't, as I said on the Players Club last week, we haven't asked people to do this in a while. Write a review for Never Not Funny if you have not already. All that stuff helps us.
Yep.
It all helps people find us. And
a high tide raises all ships.
Mm-hmm.
Sure it does.
That doesn't apply to this.
Nope. But it's true.
By the way, speaking going back to Cedar Rapids, some fans were there saying they were already excited about playing games for me out. I saw some people on Twitter, and also some nice folks drove in from Chicago for the Cedar Rapids show. Some people drove in from Omaha. So great fans.
Awesome.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. We are lucky in that. Do we want to be bigger? Of course we do. But we are lucky in that the nice size that we have, we for the most part, we don't have any pricks. Like, they're all great fans that come out, they support, they like our show.
Somebody just said, hold my beer, and posted something on Facebook.
Hold my beer thing can end, and I'm mad at you for bringing it up on
Well,
the
I'm saying
show.
the kind of person who would be a dick about our show would also use that phrase.
I'll tell you who's a dick about this show. Is by the way, I just got a text from Mario DeGiorgio at onecolor.com. The Go Fuck Your Gun shirts are selling very well.
Oh, good.
Nice.
So the fans are responding to it.
Fantastic.
Whenever I post something on Twitter, here's the thing. Here's what I do. I'm going to walk you through this, and then we'll get to the mail. Whenever I post something on Twitter that might have a political slant to it a little bit, I maybe pussy-like or not, maybe scared because I don't want to get into fights on the internet. It doesn't ever seem to happen on Twitter whenever somebody wants to fight with me. It happens on Facebook, which is my fan page is linked to my Twitter. So usually, because I don't have the energy, and I also kind of feel weird posting something that is going to be maybe to some controversial, and then not responding to it and letting fans of mine fight on my behalf. It feels like a real cowardly thing to do. So I generally, and again, it's also cowardly in that I don't want that voice on Facebook. If I said it, why don't I stand behind it? I do, but I also don't want to fight with strangers who I will not convince one way or the other.
It's a waste of energy.
Yes.
But I agree with you. It does feel odd to just like be like, I'm going to put this here. I know it's inflammatory. See you later. And then be like, I'm not going to comment on it. Oh, but all these people will talk to you about it.
Right. All these. And
do my
by the way,
bidding.
I apologize. I forget his name. There is one fan that articulates my thoughts so well and defends everything that I say on Facebook.
Give him your login. He could just post as you then.
You know what? It would be helpful. I forget his name. He's a good fan of ours, and he always, says you're not understanding what's, and again, more articulate, quite frankly, than I would do, more articulately. So what I generally do when I post something somewhat political on Twitter is I will then immediately go to Facebook fan page and delete that post because I don't have the time or energy to deal with it. I forgot to do that, and in a way I didn't want to forget it because I want to sell the Fuck Your Gun shirts, the Go Fuck Your Gun shirts. But I didn't. All of a sudden, I go onto my Facebook page, and it's like, holy shit, everybody's fighting. And I ended up deleting some of this. I'm not a fan of deleting posts. I think everybody should have a voice.
Yeah.
But when you're being a complete prick, adios. I have no interest in that. But my favorite was like the people that I have a fan base out there that apparently has never listened to Never Not Funny. They claim to be huge fans of mine, yet they don't understand. Like when somebody goes, did you even listen to the episode? I don't need to listen to any of this. I'm out of here. He's lost me. Goodbye. First Lopez, now you. See ya. First of all, you don't have to slam the door. Just fucking leave.
What did Lopez do?
Yeah, he did that thing. Remember we talked about it last week. He did. He was at a function and.
Wait, who? George Lopez?
George Lopez, yeah.
I don't think we did. Did we talk about this?
Oh, we didn't talk about it?
No recollection.
George Lopez did a private event where they asked him not to get political, and he still went political.
Oh, okay.
And, may or may not have been funny. That's up to you to decide.
Right.
I kind of, if they asked him in advance, hey, don't be political, and you went political, you're just being a dickhead. But if that's not what happened, if they didn't tell him that in advance, and he did it, and then people are still mad at him, I guess in between is like in a sense they asked him to stop doing it. I do that is
whoa,
and he didn't.
Weird.
He doubled down on it.
You mean the venue or the people?
The coordinator was like, hey, the guy is a Trump supporter. Could you not do that? And then George Lopez did a thing. I'm going to paraphrase. I do want to apologize for that. You guys are scared to hear this or something like that.
Wow.
So he lost fans because of it, and as we know, we've lost fans on here because we're talking from our hearts. At any rate, my favorite one on Twitter was not Twitter. I'm sorry, on Facebook was the guy saying, the Go Fuck Your Gun. The image is up there, and people are saying, you just try to take our guns, Pardo. Just try. It's like, I'm not suggesting that we take your guns. I am literally suggesting you fuck it. I am literally suggesting you go to your locked up, hopefully locked up little safe, you pull it out, you insert your dick, and you fuck it. And if you're a lady gun owner, ram it up the twat. Let's go. Fuck that gun. Fuck it. Nobody's saying take it away. And by the way, nobody's ever saying that.
Yeah.
Some people say it. There is always that person. You know, Australia took it away and everything's fine. Great.
Yeah, they have 12 people.
But nobody is.
Mostly desert.
Realistically, no politician here has ever said, we're going to take your guns.
It would be political suicide.
But when the second they go, you know, we need more restrictions. How dare they take it? They go bananas. Anyway, I'm begging you. Please, go fuck your gun. Take it out. Lube up if you need to. I'm not asking you to dry fuck it.
Sure.
Lube it up.
Don't shoot it first and fuck it, though, because that could be painful.
Oh, that might burn.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what that guy wants. He wants something he's not getting in his life. That he owns a gun to, quote-unquote, protect his home.
Maybe make sure it's not loaded. That's probably just safety.
Disagree.
Okay.
I hope it's loaded.
Jesus.
And they shoot their dick off.
Oh, dear.
Listen, if you're going to fuck your gun, you deserve anything that happens.
Is there a gun with a barrel big enough to fuck? And I'm not talking micro penis. I'm talking regular size.
Yeah.
Oh, there's like a shotgun and there's a blunderbuss, perhaps?
A blunderbuss.
Yeah, maybe
the sound of that.
Maybe
is that the thing with the front looks like a trumpet?
Yes, sir.
I love the. Why is that?
Why does that still exist?
I believe you put a bunch of different shaped things in there.
Scrappy scraps.
So it's like a shotgun, except like you can put nails in there. That may be wrong, but that's my understanding.
Well, it's like, what is that called when you just stuff a cannon full of garbage and then you shoot it?
Garbage cannon?
Yeah, I don't know.
Trash cannon? I like trash cannon.
Trash cannon, yeah. That could be our next T-shirt.
Yeah, it's a trash cannon.
Go fuck your trash cannon.
Oh, boy. Well, if they sell as well as this, we'll make and Matt, again... some proceeds for the sale of this shirt go to Everytown for gun safety. And also Moms Demand, which is basically the same...
Moms Demand Action, same organization, just everytown.com is everytown.org is where you can find out more about them.
And once again, we're not saying take your gun away. We're saying to please have sex with it.
You love your gun, just express it all the way.
That's right. All right, back to the business at hand here. It says right on top here, if possible, please open on episode 2112. This is from John DeKoven. John's a big fan.
Yep.
And a great guy. He's a great guy, John.
He's one of those people that often the first person to like or retweet a thing on Twitter.
There's some sort of a letter in there. Look at that! Look at that, Matt. I don't know what's in there. It looks like maybe a piece of vinyl.
Yeah.
To the Never Not Funny gang, open this after opening gift. All right.
Okay.
See, I wish that other envelope had the same sort of information on it.
I guess all we can do is open them in the best way we see fit.
There we go.
This is a lot of padding for what is probably one piece of vinyl.
Tap dance on that, Garen.
Is he really going to do it?
It looks like it.
If this is literally one record, I can't believe how much packaging went into it.
Seems like too much packaging.
My God. And that's the sound of one man fucking his gun.
I got to say, there was a lot more handwork in that dancing than I expected.
It's the jazz hands.
Yeah, that was humiliating.
Why was that humiliating?
I'm just kidding.
That was wonderful. I can't believe you did it, quite frankly.
You'll talk about threesomes, but having to dance like a monkey is just too much.
All right, here we go. I'm going to say this is some sort of piece of vinyl.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, it isn't. Oh, do you think it's a framed photograph?
It is. Look at this. This is nice.
Oh, whoa. What's
this
happening?
Is nice. You're going to be very happy with this.
Am I?
You are going to be very...
Keep in mind, I have no interest in Rush.
You are going to... This is fun. This is fun. We have a...
Oh, my God. That is awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Hold it still.
Look at that.
That's great.
Yeah, I love it.
It is what I can only assume is the 2112 album cover, but instead of Rush, it says Never Not Funny.
Oh, here's the second one. There's two of them.
One for your home and one for the office.
Yeah.
You throw that in a frame, you put it up on the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
That's great, John.
How did he do it?
I don't know. Let's find out. Maybe there's some the secret.
It looks, like from a distance, it looks like it's hand painted, but I have to assume it's not.
Jimmy, Matt, Elliot, and Garen. How did Garen get fourth billing in that? This is John DeKoven. I'm one of your loyal listeners. We know who you are, John. I've been listening to Never Not Funny since season 1, episode 1. I was a Players Club member from the start, number 167.
Oh, he's
got his card.
Nice.
I love every show and everything you talk about. I even tolerate all your Kesha bullshit.
Hey.
Listen to this jerk. Because it contained one of Jimmy's funniest lines ever, album of the year.
Okay.
You know what, John?
Let's just
listen to it. Open your mind. Get your head out of Triumph and Rush for a minute. Even my wife, Julie, who loves you guys, was listening to one of your episodes with me and was confused by your praise and asked me, are they serious or is this a joke? Very serious.
Have you listened to it, John?
It's a great album. It's a great album.
I know it's easy to make fun of two men in their 40s, maybe 50s, for listening
Who would that be?
Well, it's Elliot.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Elliot, have you listened to Kesha?
Not yet.
I should.
I'm not the guy. If
you don't know that, though. That's the point. And that's the same with John DeKoven here. Like, even fans on Twitter or when I meet him in person, they literally say, thank you, Matt, for mentioning the Kesha album. I would never have listened to it, and my God, it's good.
I don't doubt that. I just, of the four of us in this room, I'm the least likely to listen to any album. So that's my point, is that I don't set aside time to listen to an album.
Do you have...
The way you guys do.
What do you listen to in the car when you're driving?
Talk radio.
Yeah, I kind of do too. Yeah. But I hear what you're saying.
All right, let's get back.
And then listen, seeing your car, where's your collection of cassettes at?
Well, I would have one, except my cassette deck probably doesn't work anymore.
Yeah. Is there a cassette deck in the car?
And a CD.
You get the compact disc and the cassette tape.
Nice.
Yeah, it's got it all. Yeah.
Cool. I've got it all from 1998.
I had that in my Chrysler LeBaron convertible. I had both, and boy, I felt fancy. It felt fancy back in.
Oh, mine split into two parts too. So.
Yeah, well, mine wasn't. It's not a.
It's just the extra fancy.
Congratulations.
Radio's in one part, the CD tape is in the other. It's fancy.
We stopped listening.
I'm aware of that.
By now you've seen my gift to you. Stop talking. Which is a Never Not Funny customization of one of the greatest albums of all time, Rush's 2112. I can't disagree with that. There are 2 copies of this, and I would be so grateful if you could assign one of them. I've included a gold Sharpie.
Oh.
That's...
Oh, is that what
you know what? I bet you that's what's in here.
Okay.
And I bet you there's a letter in here that says, hey, guess what? I forgot the gold Sharpie.
We also have a gold Sharpie.
No, now we have 2.
Great, because I think I lost the other one, actually.
There it is. All right, the second envelope.
That's almost better.
And return to me. I've included a posted paid return in the same box. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. There's a chance I threw that away. You guys have by far the best podcast out there. I look forward to it twice a week. Wishing you continued success and look forward to seeing all of you at Parcastathon next year. John DeKoven. Well, thank you, John.
That's really cool.
I can't promise we'll sign this and send it back, but I understand what you're asking.
Seems like a lot of effort.
Seems like a lot of bullshit.
I mean, we were so psyched about the idea of having one of these in the office, and I'm sure Jimmy wants one at home, to hang up in the...
I mean, literally, it cannot be easier. All we have to do...
Is put it back in the box.
Is put it back on. Then do we have to...
wrap it in 50 layers of bubble wrap like he did.
He's got the envelope right there, too. You just got to tape it shut.
I think he wants it back in this box, brother.
Does that envelope have like an adhesive attachment, or do we have to lick it?
There's an adhesive element to it.
No, it's got to be. That's what he wants you to send back.
You think?
Yeah.
All right. That just happened. It doesn't have to happen now.
No.
Happening.
Thanks for working that out on the air. Live.
I couldn't work out the words, for Christ's sake. I'm having a tough time today. Have
we talked about your Bob Balaban glasses yet? Because I can't get over.
What's wrong with the Balabans?
I don't know. It's
you don't like the Balabans?
I'm torn because I'm going to have to start wearing reading glasses too. And the half ones are very like, Bob Cratchit or something. Or Scrooge McDuck. I don't know what the hell they are. Well, but going full glass for reading.
Well, it was these.
Yeah.
I switched from this.
Right. I was fine with those. But I'm saying I understand the impulse. Well, you're still wearing them down on your nose like they're reading glasses, though.
Well, they are. I still want to see you.
What if you put them all the way up? Does it look weird if you look at me?
Yeah, I don't like that.
It hurts. So they're not like bifocal or anything.
No. No, they're still reading glasses.
Yeah.
With a little bit of style to them.
But they're shaped like regular glasses.
Yeah, a little pizzazz, a little jazz.
I don't know if I'm down with that.
Well, you're wrong.
I say.
I mean, you're allowed to have your opinion on it.
I get full like Tootsie glasses that are like bifocal.
Go with
like nothing on top and reading on the bottom.
I'm not going to do that.
Why not?
Are you okay if I don't do that?
I think it's a good look.
I like this.
Those are coming
I'm happy
back.
with the Balabands.
Okay.
I like the Balabands. But I have a pair of Balabands at home.
But real Balabands.
I bought these from a brand, by the way, that I cannot believe have not advertised on our show yet. And I'm not going to, I'm done.
Well, we've done Warby Parker, so
that's true.
Maybe there's a conflict.
That's interesting.
But way to surreptitiously plug some other thing and admit you're not using Warby Parker. Although I don't know why you would get reading glasses from Warby Parker.
Get any kind of frames from them, I think.
Elliot, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to save
We're
this.
trying to save this. What are you doing over there? What are you?
I get Warby Parkers. These are Warby
Yeah.
Parkers.
Yeah, they look great too.
My wife just got a new pair of Warbies too, and they're awesome.
Yeah, Warby Parker knows how they're doing. You're an idiot.
I just
made me laugh.
I want to understand about this. What is it? The Tootsie glasses. Are you saying, Matt, that it's sort of like a half Dan Katz, where the top part just has no glass and the bottom part is?
That would be
needs
horrifying.
like bifocals.
I mean bifocal.
Like Swifty Lazar or like what
Sure.
Dice Clay wears these days. Like
I
those
just wanted
big,
to bring
huge-
up a half Dan Katz. I felt like that was fun. So
Yeah.
that's why
I think that's dangerous, honestly, to have a full frame with only half of the glass.
Why is that
inside.
dangerous?
because it pop out maybe, or
It just seems crazy.
You think it would slice your eyeball?
cut your cheek.
I just don't like the idea of it.
Especially if
it's
they're
dangerous.
Who's scared?
Not me.
But sounds like you already said it's dangerous.
Well,
Like Bangkok. Hey,
guess
get
I
another
am.
piece of mail.
oh, the mail's still here.
Maybe this is a written
Still.
letter from Geddy Lee.
Wow, that would turn this. That would be amazing.
This comes to us from Liam Devlin.
Yeah,
Up in Washington.
which obviously we all know that's the name that Geddy Lee uses when he checks into hotels.
And what state is Washington closest to? I mean, what country?
Oh, Canada.
Canada.
Yeah, but wrong side, because doesn't Geddy Lee live in
Over
Toronto?
Toronto, yeah. All right, here we go.
We know a lot about this guy who won't return our calls.
Again, I should have made a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
I blame myself. The other day, my wife of about 12 months, it's about a year, was planning Halloween decorations while I was watching an episode of the podcast, and it occurred to me that you guys don't really decorate the studio when it comes to festive times of the year. That's accurate. Mm-hmm. Decided to take matters into my own hands and provide you with some silliness to help Halloweenify the studio. I thought the glowing orb in the center of the table would make a good Pardo lantern.
Oh.
How was that not my Twitter handle, by the way?
Oh wow. Yeah,
Oh,
that's-
someone else had a good idea that
What was
they
it?
sent it to us on Facebook. It was Jimmy Pardo Normal.
I do like that one, too.
Pretty good.
I do. My favorite still, to this second, is Graveyardo.
Yeah,
Still my
Graveyard's
favorite.
great.
Still my
Pardo
favorite.
lantern is nice. That's nice.
Pardo lantern's good, too, though. To that end, I've enclosed a set of clings to place on its surface.
Nice.
Now, before Elliot has an aneurysm, please check with him to see if it's okay to place these on the lamp. I don't know how hot it gets or how melty clings are.
It doesn't get hot at all.
Not at all. Other possible locations for these would be the door behind you or a wall if they'll stay up. Thank you for explaining stickers to us. Possibly the glass of one of the many picture frames in the room would be good. Of course, the trash can's always an option. Love the show. Happy Halloween. Mail backwards, Liam.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, I've never thought of that.
No, it is.
That's pretty cool.
All right, well, here we go. Here's that cling. That's Oh, this is reusable.
Oh, good.
All right.
Because we're going to take it off on November 1st
Do you think it sticks around that long?
and put it back on in the thing for next year.
All right, let's see. All right, Matt, I'm going to hand this to you since you're closer to it. Why don't you do it and then turn it around and reveal it?
Okay. I'll do it on...
Let's do it wherever side is convenient, I guess.
And there you go.
Hold on. This thing's a little dusty, though, so I want to...
Oh, really?
There might be a little dust on the bottle. I believe that.
I don't have any... Is there a napkin over
Yeah, we got a napkin. Is our guest waiting out in the hallway?
I can't imagine it.
Doesn't see. This is not a gentleman who's ever tardy.
Should I go check?
Yeah, why don't you go take a walk around? You know what?
Go walk
In
around.
fact, yeah, take a walk. Get out. Tired of your bullshit today. Guy's done nothing but be positive and made me laugh with his glasses move.
Now, this is... I don't know... Oh, wait. Is each thing its
Yeah,
own?
each one is 4
Oh,
pieces.
great.
That's a 4-piece. So you could decide. So
Let things go.
that seems like too much, right? Because now you got to make sure you can put the eyes level.
Do it however you like. It doesn't have to.
Nah, it doesn't have to be. But we've got jack-o'-lanterns often askew.
Maybe yours are. You think my OCD home allows that?
You use a
Oh, if Oliver-
caliper and a.
If Oliver does it wrong, I take it outside and I go, take a look at this, son, and I throw it to the ground.
Oh,
I
boy.
smash it. I go, now we're going to go to the store and get another one. No sight? I'm very concerned. Very concerned.
And, of course, the mouth.
Yeah, gotta put the mouth on.
That's what
Matt
really
is peeling
sets
it off of the backing very deftly.
Jimmy's checking his email for some reason.
I was checking to see if
Placing
our
it
guest
carefully.
is contacting me in any way, shape, or
You
form.
can see Matt's concentration on his face if you have the video.
Really want to get this right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That mouth is kind of a disaster. That mouth feels like it should be just one, maybe some clear behind it.
You think?
Oh, that's going to look fun. Is it? It certainly will give some fodder for every guest to mock
Oh yeah.
for the next week.
Yep. All right.
This guy's not wrong, though. We don't do anything. We don't do a single thing for the holidays.
Nope. You know what?
You know why? We're adults.
Do we not like fun? Is that part of it?
I do like decorating the house.
All right. All right, here we go. Yeah, show it to Jimmy.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfection.
Right.
Look at that fun. That's awesome. Garen Cockrell says.
All right, turn it around towards Jimmy's camera, and if you can. There it goes.
Hey, that's great.
That's super awesome.
Hey, thanks, Liam.
It's changing the light, Jimmy. God.
Oh, it said before you have an aneurysm, make sure it's okay.
No, it's fine.
And as a reminder, this is reusable, so I guess you put it back on that sheet?
Yeah. You know what I have to say, though? When I go into like a restaurant that does the Halloween, there's a fine line between festive decoration and I don't want to eat your food. Like,
really?
Yeah. I went into a place yesterday that was like sort of a healthy restaurant, and it was kind of a chainy, like, you know, you order and you get a number and you put it at your table type place.
When you say chainy, do you mean there's a risk of getting shot in the face?
Yeah, with a blunderbuss.
You have to eat in a large safe.
It's just
man-sized safe. There we go.
All right. My point is, it's not a one-off thing, but it's also not like well known.
Where'd you go, Panera?
No. This is
you just made it clear.
This is a place that has like 6 locations in Southern California or something, and I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be good or not. It's the kind of place that puts sprouts on salads, which I hate, and they had like I was like, is this food going to be good or not good? And I'm trying to read all the cues that they're giving me for the decor to be like, is this a good restaurant? You know how you do that? You like, oh, the signage tells me I think I'm going to like this place. Like that's you need to.
But you say they're chains, so people seem to enjoy it.
So, but I'm looking, and then they got the police tape across the cabinet with the desserts in it, and
Fun.
No, it just.
Why are you mad at
it
this?
made me go, oh, something's wrong with this place.
How'd your children react to it?
They didn't. They had no reaction.
No reaction at all.
No, they didn't care at all. You mean to the decor?
Oliver loves when we walk in and something's decorated.
It just depends on the decoration. Like if it's crime scene, I don't want to eat there.
I don't mind crime scene. It's a Halloween theme.
Nah.
Or maybe this was a nope. Nope.
How did you get in?
How did you get in here? How did you get in here?
Oh boy, the silent treatment.
You burst into silence. He bursts in to be quiet. Well, what's he hiding behind those shades? Those Foster Grants. What's he hiding?
Those Warby Parkers.
Oh, the fake out. I don't like this character.
I didn't like it the second he walked in. How was he allowed to?
Oh, now I love it. He's blowing kisses.
Really? Is he a starlet on the red carpet in 1987? Who let you in? Serious question.
Why do you need to know?
Was the door ajar?
The security of the building.
No, the door was not ajar.
So somebody did let you in.
Did they?
I don't know.
No, you don't.
All right, Paul Tompkins is here. Episode 2112. We're celebrating the Rush album 2112 today. We're expecting a phone call. Phone call any minute from the Rush camp. They are. I've been told they were going to call in. Have not been told anything like that. Not one piece of that was true.
Maybe you get a call from some trees.
You think the maple wears a hat and the oak says how do? It's horrible. I love Rush. That song's ridiculous.
You know what? This just occurred to me. I wish I had thought of it sooner. Would you have accepted, in lieu of Rush calling in, would you have accepted Paula Abdul calling in to sing a couple of bars of her song Rush Rush?
I don't see how that applies to 2112.
It was a hit song.
But it has nothing to do with 2112.
But Chris Tucker had called in to say, I do not understand the word that's coming out of your mouth.
From Rush Hour, the famous dialogue from Rush Hour.
What if Rush Limbaugh called in?
Oh, and he did his famous Michael J. Fox impression that he did in front of Congress? Or he didn't do it in front of Congress.
Oh, he made fun of...
He made fun of Michael J. Fox,
yeah,
who purposely didn't take his medicine, Parkinson's medicine, to go in and testify before Congress for for funding for Parkinson's research. And Rush Limbaugh accused him of faking it.
Yeah.
Of, like, playing it up.
Rush is a good guy.
He's terrific.
He's a good guy. And he's a little misunderstood, like things like that. I think if you rewatch that video, you'll see.
He's shaking all around.
Hey, that's a great Rush Limbaugh.
That's a really good Rush.
How do you think he's still alive?
You mean how hasn't somebody put a bullet in his head?
No.
Or do you think health? You mean health-wise?
Yeah, I mean, do you see that guy walking anywhere?
I don't see him other than just that little this shot right here.
His Bill Blast chair.
Is that what he uses?
It's got the Bill Blast logo on it.
Oh boy!
Why do I know this?
Do you think Bill Blass is happy about that?
Yeah, I think Blass loves him.
It gets a lot of publicity, but with a certain crowd.
Yeah, but it's a crowd that theoretically has money, so they claim. Mm-hmm. Remember his talk show? Remember the audience behind him, all wearing power ties, and you wanted to just, it was the worst.
I don't remember an audience.
Oh, there was that when the Rush show first started.
Was it TV talk show?
Yeah, the TV.
Oh,
I thought it was always just him in the studio.
No. He had a live audience, and it was a bunch of young Republican-looking
ditto heads.
Dudes. Oh,
I give him mega dittos.
Mega dittos, Rush.
I don't like knowing this much about Rush.
Yeah. I used to listen to him every day, when I would do it was a road comic and traveling in my car, because it was the only thing that stayed consistent as you drove across the country. Every station would play it, and you'd go, all right, I'm getting my news. It's all coming from the wrong point of view, but I'm getting what's happening. And then the callers would come in. I've said that before. My favorite was always the caller would call in and go, why is Bill Clinton lying? And then Rush would go, well, here's the thing. He's not really lying to you. And he would tell his listeners that they were wrong, even though they were somewhat agreeing with him. It was very strange.
He doesn't do that anymore.
No, now he just runs his mouth like a crazy person.
Mm-hmm.
Say hurricanes as Rush Limbaugh for me, please.
Hurricanes.
Not pretty good.
It also sounds, it's got a little mix of, oh, darn it. Say it again, please.
Hurricanes.
Who is that? There's an actor maybe and or comic. Who is it? It sounds like a combo of Rush and this guy. Hurricanes? Damn it.
Oh.
Who is it? Who is it?
They'll never guess. I know and I won't tell.
Who is it? Damn it. All right, Paul F. Tompkins is here. We're thrilled that he's taken time out of his busy schedule to celebrate the band Rush with us. We're going to talk about it. We're going to do the entire discography right when we come back.
Hey guys, Matt here with some dates for you. Paul F. Tompkins is on Twitter and Instagram at PF Tompkins. No H in Tompkins, so don't you dare put it in there. He's also on many podcasts. One of them is his own podcast, Spontanea Nation, right here on Earwolf. Check it out if you enjoy improv, comedy, and hijinks. And then he can often be found on Comedy Bang Bang, of course, so check that out if you would. And Jimmy Pardo is going to be doing stand-up comedy at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase on the 10th and 11th of November. He's in Erie, Pennsylvania at Junior's on the 1st and 2nd of December. Never Not Funny is live this weekend, Sunday, the 29th of October. That is the All Things Comedy Festival right there at Stand Up Live in Phoenix, Arizona. Please come check it out if you're anywhere near us on Sunday. We'd love to see you there. And other than that, nothing going in the near future for Never Not Funny, but you can find all our dates and deets in the future at nevernotfunny.com. Just click the tour link. Jimmy's stuff is at jimmypardo.com. Click his tour link to enjoy that.
You're playing games again, Matt.
Oh, don't forget Playing Games is up now on Stitcher Premium. The first episode with Nikki Glazer is out now on Stitcher Premium. It will be live everywhere, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, earwolf.com. That'll be on the 31st of October. And then every week after that for 6 weeks, you will be getting some game show goodness in your feed. So please check that out. Please rate and review and all that good stuff on iTunes.
Mention the shirts again, man.
Oh, and at onecolor.com, onekolor.com is where you can find the Go Fuck Your Gun t-shirt. 2 different designs, one color. I think you'll enjoy it. There's a link on the homepage at nevernotfunny.com if that's easier for you. Sound like gangbusters? You might want one too. Wear it to your next protest. That's what Jimmy's going to do. Finally, Elliot Hochberg is going to be doing musical improv comedy with Impro Theater. That's on the 29th also. Yeah, 29th of October. 2 p.m. show, the Halloween Improv Rock Opera with Impro Theater. Go to improtheater.com for more info on that and enjoy.
Ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama. Key Largo, Montego, baby.
Oh, even the pumpkin doesn't like that song. Welcome back to the program, everybody. Episode 2112. Listen, our pumpkin head was enjoying a little vacation.
Rah-rah, Pumpkinhead.
What did you say, rah-rah?
Yeah, it sounded like you said that. Listen, rah-rah, Pumpkinhead.
That's his name. Now it is. Now the two of us think that's what it should be. Welcome back to the program. Paul F. Tompkins is here. Let's go around the horn. Those say hello to everybody. Find out what their weekends were like. We check it over there at Pop Culture Museum. That's sponsored by DogPal.com. That's Garen Cockrell. Hello, Garen.
Hello.
Now, Garen, what happened in your life this weekend that we could banter about?
I put my movie pass to use and saw Geostorm.
Geostorm.
Why? Because the movie pass was made for Geostorm.
You're still young enough probably that you don't realize that life is finite.
No, I don't.
It feels like you have all the time in the world.
That's true.
And you could go see Geostorm.
And then I bought three vinyls that I will never listen to.
What were they? What did you buy? They weren't good.
I bought 3 musical albums.
You bought 3 from musicals.
Musicals.
Okay, what won't you listen to that Paul and or I can sing for a number for you?
Rah-rah pumpkin.
I got one that's your favorite.
What?
Second favorite, I think. Les Mis. That I'll listen to, I think.
You bought that on vinyl?
I did.
What cast?
What cast?
It was 86. I don't know what the
the
cast
86 cast on vinyl.
Is that the original cast
That's the
recording?
original. Yeah.
That sounds like it might be original.
Original cast recording, Aaron?
I believe so. For $9.
Look down, don't look 'em in the eye. You're welcome.
I was going to keep going.
And then I got 2 Andrew Lloyd Webber.
ALW.
What'd you get?
Phantom.
Yeah, you could listen to some of that.
Michael Crawford.
Yeah, he's good. And the girls, it's fine.
And I also got Cats.
Dude, boy, you're just throwing money around like an asshole. That sucks.
It's got a couple good songs.
You're wrong.
What are the good songs?
Mr. Mistopheles.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And Memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, those aren't bad. Those are not bad.
What?
The rest of it.
For $9.
Well, what about Rum Tum Tugger? That one's not bad.
You might like Cats, Jimmy.
No, it's horrible. It's the worst.
What about Gamble Tooney?
Does Lloyd Webber have any thoughts on this? What? Does he have any?
What are your favorites, Sir Andrew?
I mean, you're here.
Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber.
You may. He bought some vinyl, sir.
Cats, of course. It's based upon The Slight Book by T.S. Eliot. Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats. Does that make sense?
I believe it does.
It doesn't. Now that I say it out loud,
You don't like
makes
it?
no sense to me.
Oh, Lord.
You probably.
Is it a practical book of
It's like when you
of
say
cats?
you say it too many times, it loses meaning to you. But that is correct.
No, it's not like
It's
that.
not like that.
Oh,
because you're so familiar with it. I thought maybe.
I'm very familiar with it. Thank you.
Were you knighted? I forget.
Yes.
Yes.
Not only am I Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber, I'm also Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yes.
Which is a special ceremony
Oh.
that the public is forbidden to see.
It's not televised.
It's not for the punters, darling. It's very private.
The punters?
I see.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Just making sure.
Terms.
Yeah.
What happens is, during the lording ceremony, you're lowered into a vat, an empty vat, which is filled with custard.
A custard-filled vat?
Yes.
But it's still empty.
Did one stutter. And then you must eat your way out. To prove yourself worthy to be a peer of the realm. And then the queen high-fives you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Kind of a bro response, but I like that she does it.
Then you get to sleep in for a week.
Oh, you had a
Did she invent the high five?
Yes, she did.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Her Majesty, shut up. Her Majesty begins
Webber,
each day.
have a little respect for the
Shut up.
co-host.
Her Majesty
And the host,
begins.
for that
I am alone.
Go ahead, sir.
Her Majesty begins each day by high-fiving all 125 of her corgis.
Good Lord.
Oh, wow. That must be
They
something.
line up their fat, pudgy little bodies.
I see.
All in a line. One by one. They go forward. Their little, low to the ground paws raised to receive the high five of Her Majesty the Queen.
And would that technically be a low five? I hate
I
to
don't wanna do
disagree.
this anymore.
Don't. Understandable. Totally understandable.
Fair enough.
Do you know what it is? It feels weird to be seen and doing it.
Oh, you like it behind closed quarters? Nope. Not
Much
that
like the
word.
lording ceremony.
That's right.
All right. So, Gary, what made you buy Cats if you're never going to listen to it?
Because I want to buy musicals that I grew up enjoying.
Okay.
And
What did you spend on
$9.
Cats?
But why
Not
cats?
$9. They were all $9.
These were $9.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
The nice price.
Freak Beat Records.
Over at Freakbeat.
I also got Carole King Tapestry.
Yeah, I saw that.
Freak Beat Records.
That looked to be in horrible shape.
I can't understand this word. What are you saying?
Freak Beat.
Freak Beat.
Freak Beat Records.
That
King of the
sounds
beat.
too
Sherman Oaks,
scary.
California.
Rocking that freak from
Ventura
across the
Boulevard.
street.
Right down the street here.
Right down the street.
That sounds scary.
They have a nice
On the
collection
boulevard.
of used and new vinyl. Now I'm going to tell you this. I wanted badly to take Oliver to see Geostorm yesterday. Guess who put the kibosh on that?
Oliver.
Oliver did.
Wisely.
Dad, it looks horrible.
And
It is.
Is it horrible? It's not even fun for, like, I like anything with a tidal wave.
I love it.
I like a tornado.
I do too. This is not it. No, I was exasperated watching it.
Okay.
It's so don't.
I'm glad I didn't go.
What about Gerard Butler? I'm sure he was his usual charming self.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was great.
Off? Would you masturbate during it?
No, that was more exasperation.
Oh, I thought you meant. I thought you were that.
The best part of the movie is the girl from Annabelle Creation, and she's in it for 5 minutes.
Don't understand any of those words.
Literally like a different language.
What is she? You mean the doll?
No, yes, the doll has a cameo in Geostorm.
And that's how bad the movie is. It's the best part of it. The doll in the background.
The doll's like waiting in line at a newsstand, and then a tornado happens, and the doll looks like, what's going on?
Does it take place in the Annabelle universe?
No,
the Annabelle-verse?
One of the girls in the movie, I forgot her name, but she was great for the 5 minutes she was in it, and then everyone else is like cashing a check. I mean, obviously, but
Not committing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Butler usually gives his best. It's surprising.
I'm sure he did.
Have you guys? There was an article. It was like GQ or Esquire or something where they sent a reporter to interview Gerard Butler, and the reporter didn't know who Gerard Butler was, and that was the whole premise of the article.
It sounds really familiar.
It's pretty interesting, actually.
Wouldn't you Google that prior to?
Well, but no, because that was the assignment. They were like, go interview.
Find out who this guy
We're not
is.
going to tell you who it is. Just go. And so he like went to the guy's house without knowing who he was going to talk to.
Why did they do this to this guy?
Why did you do it to Butler? Why did Butler get punked?
It's not
in?
nice to Butler. It's not nice to the reporter. It's awkward.
You're saying this is Gentleman's Quarterly? Doesn't sound very gentlemanlike.
I forget. Karen, can you find that?
Was it their April Fool's issue?
Oh, that'd be fun.
Oh,
They
maybe.
always have a fun. By the way, they complimented us in that issue once. Why am I shitting on that?
They did say nice
Right?
things.
They did.
We were right underneath the Emma Stone's butt in that magazine.
That's right. That's the only thing anybody remembers.
I think I've been shut out of every GQ comedy issue. I don't think. But I think I got mentioned one time.
We were one small
in the
line,
course
sir.
of, so yeah, I think it was one of those things where they were talking about somebody else.
I think that's how
But
we
they mentioned
planned it.
me, yeah.
Seems crazy.
Meanwhile, somebody that may or not even do comedy anymore had a full-page article.
Keep in mind, Emma Stone was featured.
That's true.
I didn't even make the Largo photo spread.
Wait, what? Huh? Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't. They did a photo spread. GQ did a photo spread of the comedy people at Largo, and I did not make it.
Wow. That is... they didn't do their homework then.
Well, no, I think they were good. I think
was
and one of the people
I am speechless
in
by
the
that.
photo shoot called me and said,
"Why aren't you?"
Hey, yeah, like that's how surprising it was. Like, are you coming to this thing? And I said, what are you talking about?
Wow.
Boy.
He's like, you should just come down here. And I was like, that might be mortifying. If I show up all dressed. Hey guys.
Oh no! They just see the look of fear.
My phone must have been off the hook.
I'm mad at a lot of people on your behalf.
Terrible.
I want to know, was this already printed? Is the issue?
Oh
already
no,
come
no,
out?
this was years ago. Yeah,
Years ago. Who was? So who was?
there's no. People can look it up if they want to.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Doesn't sit right.
It doesn't sit right. I mean, there's about 5 people I think would have to have their picture in the GQ in any sort of pictorial about Largo comedy scene.
Wait till you see the pictures.
All right.
It might not be the 5 that you thought.
Is that?
I think there's a couple of people you'd say, yeah, for sure. And then there's other people like, that's surprising.
Is Sinbad one of them?
He walked by it once. See, it makes sense.
He did walk by.
He went to Mr. Pizza, got a slice, and they went. They took us. They went, well, that's right, Largo regular. Well, that's insanity, and I don't like it.
Fine. It's fine. This is years ago.
What year was it? Do you remember? Roughly. Was it in the old Largo? Let's put it that way.
No. It was the theater.
Okay.
So it was
boy.
after, what was that, 2006, I think?
Somewhere around there.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
All right. Well, Garrett, it sounds like you had a very full weekend with this Geostorm and these 3 pieces of vinyl that.
Did you take the records to the movie?
No. that was a yesterday purchase.
Oh, so Saturday was Geostorm, or
Yeah,
Friday?
Friday.
Friday Geostorm.
Opening night for Geostorm.
How many people were in the movie theater?
You know what? I don't know because I went to the AMC theater where you can't really see the seats around you because there's like walls. Because everything is. It's got those recliner chairs, so there's like each row has a wall.
What? I've never seen such a thing.
Yeah, it's weird.
Did you fall asleep during the movie?
No.
In the recliner chair.
I wish I would have.
Wait, it's that bad. When Garrett is this outspoken.
Here's the thing: I wasn't mad because I didn't.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Getting
The buzz all of
crazy
a sudden
buzz. Yeah.
happened. Because I didn't pay for it really.
Right.
So I wasn't pissed that I saw it.
What do you mean you didn't pay for it?
Because of the movie pass.
He's using Movie Pass.
Movie Pass.
Are you on board yet? They are not an advertiser, but we're
No,
all
I
on
don't know
board.
what it is.
It's the greatest.
Okay, I take your word for it.
It's the greatest. $10 a month.
Good.
See a movie a day.
I'm not going to do that.
You don't have to.
A movie a day?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't. It's not mandatory that you see a movie a day.
No.
You can.
Oh,
You
okay.
want, yeah.
You can. Have we decided? Can you see two in a day? Is that?
No.
you may not.
It's forbidden.
It's forbidden.
Verboten.
Well, I mean, I know a way you could.
How's that? Oh, sneaky sly.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
That's right. You call it my friend Sneaky Sly.
What's and
He'll hook you up with fake tickets.
he's a good guy.
Yeah. He counterfeits movie tickets.
Wow.
He's a good guy.
Sounds like a great guy.
He's great.
I saw Only the Brave over the weekend as well, in addition to The Foreigner. The
What's Only
Josh
the Brave?
Brolin firefighter, true story.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
firefighters.
Oh, yeah.
And I assumed I was going to be the only person in there because the parking lot was empty, and I walked in and it was full of local firefighters.
Oh,
Whoa.
Were they wearing their uniforms?
They were wearing their T-shirts. And all, looked like you just got done doing push-ups or pull-ups. Beautiful shape.
Or posing for a calendar.
Or also on the table. But I walked in and I admittedly was a little weirded out that I was the only guy not part of this, what was kind of a private screening for these firefighters.
Especially when you have a firefighter shirt that you could have worn if you'd known, if somebody had called you and told you.
I do have a firefighter shirt.
Why didn't you wear it to the movie?
I didn't know that it was going to be a get-together.
They would have
nobody
beat
called
the
them.
shit out of
How
you.
embarrassing would that have been? Hey, fellas! That's like wearing like a fake NFL shirt on. Did they do this at your high school? You wore the football players wore their jerseys the Friday before the game.
Yeah.
Where
Well, no, we didn't have football at my school, but yeah, that was a thing.
That was
soccer
a
team.
but at my school it was you would wear your.
I remember that,
they would wear their football jerseys, and I didn't know that as a freshman the first time, and I'm wearing my Minnesota Vikings shirt, and oh boy, that's 8 hours of mockery. Hey, look at little 2'4" Jimmy wearing his little. Yeah, you play football, huh, little guy? The worst. The worst.
Because I went to a Catholic school, they'd wear the jerseys over their coat, like shirt and tie.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
But just on Fridays.
Just on the Fridays before the game.
Yeah.
Not all year round.
Just during the season, sounds.
They were treated like royalty,
Yes.
these guys.
Same at my school.
Sure. Friday Night Lights.
And I want to say a grand total of 0 of them made the NFL over the years.
I never thought to follow up with any of those guys.
Oh, I did.
Never thought to follow
You
up.
get pushed down enough. You want to see how those guys, where they ended up in
Well,
life.
they were all my friends.
Oh, you were friendly with the ball players.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I was the most popular guy in my school.
Is that true?
Yep.
Good for you.
Don't I sound like I'm telling the truth?
No.
I did okay. I was all right. I was well liked, I think.
I think I was too at the end of the day. I think I crossed over the burnout.
Takes a
end of
while. Takes
Yeah.
a while.
But I don't think. But I still didn't like go to the separate parties. I just was kind of like well liked by them all. You're like, hey, that guy's funny. I like sitting by him. I think is what I kind of got from various groups, but never funny enough to be invited to the party.
Oh
boy, I heard all about it on a Monday.
Were you hated by the teachers?
I don't think I was liked. It was. I think it was a combo of some loved me because I was an adult long before I should have been, and others hated me because I was an adult long before I should have been.
Exactly.
Same for you.
I think most of the teachers either liked me or were indifferent to me.
Yeah. All right.
Were you a good student?
No. I mean, I got by. Do you know what I mean? The stuff that I was interested in, I excelled at, and the stuff I was not interested in because it was very challenging, I didn't do so well.
Right.
I almost didn't graduate because I was of my poor typing skills.
Really? Oh no.
I took it my senior year. I took a typing class and never got the hang of it. Never ever got the hang of it. And
To this day?
Oh yeah, I'm a terrible typist.
Me too.
And I think that I would have failed, but I think they were like, well, we can't not let this guy graduate high school because he can't type.
Can I ask you what is now a very sexist question?
Oh, sure.
But in my day, when I took typing class, I was the only dude in it because that was for the ladies. It's like, well, they need to learn this skill. The gentlemen certainly don't.
Yeah.
But I took it because I thought it would be because I wanted to write and stuff like that.
Well, now you're a good deal older than me, and when I was in school, by that time, it was still mostly girls, but they had kind of drummed it into your head. You'll need this for college. You'll need to be able to type for college, and so there was like, I would say a tenth of the class were guys.
That many?
Yeah.
Well, as a reminder, I grew up on the south side of Chicago, where you were. Hey, Jim,
part of town.
you're queer. You're one of those queers that's in typing class, Jim. Hey, Jim, I hear you're taking typing with the broads. Like, yeah, I'm taking typing class because I think it might be a good tool. But I think it's just you and the queers in there. Oh, God.
Nice.
Every day.
Were there any queers in there?
Yeah, we all sucked each other off. That's why I didn't do very well in the typing. I was distracted. I was horrible at it as well. I never could do it, and still to this day.
I don't know what it is.
I didn't get good at it until like email came along, and you sort of were doing it regularly. And
I will say what has made my typing worse is phones. Because I get so used to communicating, typing with my thumbs, that now when I have to do it on my laptop, I really have to focus intensely to get through a word. And I can't do that for long because I just want to get it done. So then I just write it out the terrible way, and then I go back and fix everything.
Do you use a QWERTY keyboard?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know why I got emotional over that. Use a QWERTY keyboard.
I use a speak and spell.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah, it's Bluetooth, so.
Good for you.
It's nice. Yeah,
good for you.
It's a good one.
You like the Bluetooth technology?
I'm all about it.
You like BTC?
Yep. Using it right now, actually.
Somebody's knocking.
Sound like they can't come in.
Let them in.
Well, are they coming over to say, hey, we just did the thing that was making the buzzing happening? Is it happening?
Oh, did the buzz come back?
Oh, yeah, it's back.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Which is
Are you saying Let Him In as well?
Who was?
Can you name who sang that?
Was it?
Give him a little bit more if you would.
Somebody's knocking at the door.
Oh, that's a different one. I was thinking Let Her In. Can you name this?
Nope.
Open the door.
Let him in. Ooh, yeah.
Uncle Ernie, Cousin Sal.
Uncle
That's the Jimmy Kimmel
It was
version.
written by Jimmy Kimmel.
Okay.
He came up already on this show.
Good
He's
clue.
already come up on this show.
Yep.
Geddy Lee.
In episode 412, he came up on this show. No, today.
What?
Yeah, earlier today.
John Lennon?
Nope, close.
Paul
so
McCartney.
close.
Yes, Sir Paul. Also
That's right.
knighted.
He's a knight.
I was singing the other one. I was singing Let Her In. Got a letter in, whoa, whoa. Got a letter into my heart. Who is
I
it?
can't think of who it is.
Who is it? Not known for singing.
Oh, wait.
He has sung on film. He has sung on
Leonard
film.
Nimoy.
John Travolta.
It is John Travolta.
Oh, yeah.
Known Scientologist, Johnny T. Oh, high five. Rah, rah, pumpkin.
Oh, boy.
All right, we check in with Elliot Hoper. He's the dead end over there behind Mission Control. Elliot, now you were having you're gonna have a big week here, so you're trying to get well rested. A lot of
Yes,
melatonin
sir.
over the weekend.
Yes, sir.
Did you do anything of fun? Any fun, or just sleep all weekend?
Well, there was going to be fun, but my lady friend, it turned out that she had to replace the gas lines in her house.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there was some excitement last week with one of her tenants, and he moved out, and then they discovered that they had to fix the gas lines, so there was no gas for a few days. And so
And that
we were
ruined your
waiting-
fun?
No, it was not fun. But we stayed home because she had to wait for various people to come and do things and finish things and so forth.
I see.
And then the most, probably the most exciting part of it was we had to light the water heater. And it seemed really easy to do because it's got the instructions right on there. It tells you all the
let
things.
me ask you this: is there anything more scary than having the like the? It scares the hell out of me.
Well, this
we don't
one-
have one anymore, but
This one doesn't.
the
You
old
don't
days.
have to put like a match or anything in there. It's
You don't?
No, it's got a piezoelectric
Right.
sparker.
just hold
So
the
it
button
should
down.
be.
Oh, is that what you have?
Yeah.
It should
Never
be
had
the
that.
easiest thing. And I will tell you, the first video that I looked up to try to help us when it wasn't working had our exact same, like the exact same mechanism that we were using. It was the same model and everything. I didn't have to type anything in
Nothing.
special. And it wouldn't go. So she finally called the people who had been doing the work, and the guy came back, and
Can I ask you to pause?
Yes, of
real quick?
course.
If this story doesn't end with an explosion, I'm going to be very upset.
I don't
Okay,
disagree.
please continue.
Well, no,
You've met Elliot, right? You know that this is. If you knew him the way we do, you would have already tuned out.
There's going to be an explosion of relief when the story is over.
Yes. Yes. He's come alive since you last year. He's really
different now.
Yeah,
He's different now.
He's got the eggplant hair. It changed his whole personality. Yep.
2 minutes later.
Eggplant hair. Go on.
So the guy does the exact wrong thing, like the thing it tells you not to do. He turns the gas all the way up.
Oh no!
On the
there may be an explosion.
Not an explosion.
Damn.
But we were going, wait, that's not right. Why would any?
You told the expert not to do that.
Well,
you gave him a Kevin Meaney.
we were just looking at him. Well, my lady friend was doing most of the looking because I was upstairs waiting because it's her house. But yeah, apparently he turned it all the way up and did the exact wrong thing, which is something a homeowner would never. Why would you do the wrong thing? Why would you do the wrong thing?
I know. We talked about Spike Lee earlier. You do the right thing.
It's not like a homeowner to do the wrong thing.
And then it lit, and that the answer was to do the exact wrong thing. Just it infuriates me.
Oh, so it worked.
Yeah.
I lost track at hour 6 of that story, so I didn't know what happened and who was right or who was wrong.
Here's the thing for me. I actually considered shutting it off and trying to light it myself.
No, why would you do that?
But you don't do that because then you end up having to call the guy back because he did some. It feels like it's kind of like when you go to the gas station and you want to get air or whatever, and they say just push the button behind the thing. And that'll turn it on, but nobody knows it because they want you to put the quarter in.
Wait, that's true?
There's some of.
Wait a minute, is that Sneaky Sly?
Some of the things
some of his work?
Sneaky Sly never told me about this.
So what? There's a button behind?
On some of the machines, there's a button like underneath, or like if you look around.
Just put the quarter in, you asshole.
Well, if it were only a quarter, Jim,
now it's
not such a big deal.
How much is it now?
So sometimes it's like $1.50.
Yeah.
To put everybody
and only quarters.
Yeah. Yeah, it's horseshit.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
You better believe I'm going to be feeling all around these machines for that button.
Me too. I'm going to search the city for the places that have it.
I am too.
Go
Now
to
that I know this information.
Yeah.
Does it happen on the
Gary, are
vacuum?
you in?
He doesn't have a car, but he'll do it anyway. He likes feeling things.
You can tell your Uber driver about this.
What about the vacuum? Does a vacuum have the same button?
You're talking about for
Like in a self-serve car wash?
that I couldn't tell you. Probably, but I don't know. I mean, they usually have they have buttons on the inside, but there's a lot of them that they put on the outside.
Button. Who's got the button?
I'm guessing the gas station. In this
That
scenario.
makes more sense. Yeah.
But anyway, so in my head, there's like a secret button underneath the water heater that the guy has, so that you have to call him in to actually. It's not true.
Did he say he has a secret button in his head?
Yeah. That's exactly what I heard.
I think he's an android. We got to be careful around
I know
this
how to
guy.
figure it out. Hey, Elliot, have you ever dreamed of electric sheep?
I've dreamed of sheep.
Inconclusive.
Hey, let's see. You see a tortoise on the
Oh,
ground.
you know what I've dreamed of? I've dreamed of a little wooden horse.
Okay, closer.
That is a joke that's only some people will get.
Some people might not use the word joke. What's
Fair.
it from?
It's from Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
The comedy hit.
If you drop me, I will break. That's from AI. A little teddy bear, remember?
Oh, wow, I don't remember
I
that.
love that guy.
That's a Spielberg movie, is it not?
See.
Oh. Bonjour.
Claro que sí.
All right, Matt Belknap, hello.
Hello.
Well, thank God you didn't get blown up.
I appreciate that.
Nothing frightens me more than electric or gas at the house. It scares
It should
me.
be. I'll throw
about
this
water?
out. I went to test the piezoelectric thing because I took it out of its little sleeve, and I didn't know how exactly it worked. So I pressed it, and of course I shocked myself.
Oh, boy.
I thought you'd get a kick out of me shocking myself.
I didn't hear what Matt said. And
Jimmy,
was
Matt,
laughing.
he raises a very important point.
What's that?
Are you scared of water in your house?
I'm not. I'm
It
not
would seem like that would be the
I
most.
felt like, let's go through the whole Trinity.
No, it's only water is not going to.
This is a trinity.
It's not going to hurt
It's the
me.
Holy Trinity.
Gasoline,
Water.
water.
Electricity, gas, water.
Yeah, those are the three utilities.
The three utilities.
Gaseous.
I'm not worried about the water. Not worried
You
about it.
should be
At all.
if there's electricity nearby it.
Well, I don't do that. I got
What
the,
if there's pressure building up behind a faucet and you turn it on and it blasts the faucet off of the sink right into your face?
I am not in a Home Alone movie. That's not going to happen.
You're not in one now.
Oh, is there talk of me being in the new one? Oh, I'm very excited. I've just been told I'm being considered for a role in a movie.
In the mix.
Congratulations.
In the
What
mix.
movie?
It's the new Home Alone. They're doing it. They're redoing it. I've worked with Daniel Stern in the past, so I'm looking forward to reconnecting.
Great.
This is exciting. I hope I get it. Maybe I should talk to him first.
I think his character's been discontinued from the Home Alone-verse.
Wait a minute. Stern's not in?
I think he hasn't been in since number 2.
I'm probably going to walk away from this then. Because this
Probably should.
really Stern was the only thing that attracted me to the project.
I think the first 2 were theatrical releases, and then there's been some sequels that were either direct-to-video or television.
I see. I've never seen past the first 2.
I never saw 2 even.
I still stand by it. I have not seen it in 20 years, but I still stand by 1 having a lot of fun in it.
I watched it last Christmas with the kids. Yeah, it was good.
Enjoyable?
Yeah, I mean, it's always, I think I said at the time, it's always weird how long it takes for the thing that you think the entire movie is just like, Rube Goldberg devices, but that's like only the last 20 minutes. So you're just like going through this whole movie like, when is he going to set these goddamn traps? Cannot wait for these traps.
That movie had a lot of slapstick in it that for me was too much. Where it was like I remember when I was a kid watching the Inspector Clouseau movies, and they would occasionally do a gag where it was just like, oh, that's just violent. Like I remember a guy slipping his Clouseau's boss who hated him. Herbert Lom, that's right. He at one point slips and he goes like so high in the air and then he falls on his back on some stairs. And I remember as a child being like, that's not funny. That's really, that's horrible.
I may have laughed at that.
You may have.
Because I like seeing people get hurt. Emotionally and physically.
I do agree with that about... Oh, no. Do it.
What? You thought I was going to snap?
I thought he was going to snap.
No, I was trying to shield him from...
okay. Yeah, no, Home Alone, put this muffler.
He doesn't want to hear it.
Earmuffs on.
Oh.
Wait, now he just hears it better.
Hey, somebody's head is that big. Isn't that weird to think about?
Yes.
Well, I mean, we might get some real fat heads wanting to buy these headphones.
Who would that be?
Rush Limbaugh.
Limbaugh's got a big head?
And he is shaking all around.
Make sure these headphones don't fall off my head when I'm talking.
You became Old Prospector.
That's right. Is that the actor you were thinking of?
No, I can't think of who it was. It was I think a more contemporary fellow.
I don't know. But yeah, that
Joel
is part of...
Murray.
Nope. But a good guess. A very good guess. He was great in that movie with John Cusack. Joel Murray. He was in One Crazy Summer, I want to say.
Oh, yeah.
Was that Joel?
I bet it was.
He was.
Probably.
It was good
A
enough.
Savage Steve Holland film.
That's correct. Who prefers to be called Savage.
That's true.
Guess what I'll never do?
You know what? Have you ever met him?
No.
Nicest guy in the world.
Is he good again?
Yes, I did at Sketchfest in San Francisco. I participated in a reading of that.
Oh, that's
movie.
right.
Or no, it was Better Off Dead.
Yes.
And he is the sweetest person. And he says, hey, call me Savage. And you're like, you got it, Sav.
How do I say? Was our friend Diane Franklin on that?
Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
Yes, she's a delight.
Yes, she is.
I got to kiss
100%.
her recently, and I enjoyed doing so.
Mouth times?
I may have... What?
Mouth area?
Of course not. No, it was a Hollywood peck on the cheek, but I still counted it. It was still a win.
HBOTC.
Confirmed. See. Matt Belknap, your weekend was eventful?
Oh, we went to the pumpkin patch up in Underwood Farm.
When were you there? My wife was there yesterday.
Oh, I was there too. Wait, she was really?
Nope. Saturday.
Oh, we were there Sunday.
They were there Saturday.
Yep.
Now, let me ask you. You go to the pumpkin patch because it's a thing that you do with the kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fun to walk.
And they enjoy it. You take a
my son
picture-
does not. He's bored out of his mind.
Sure. You take a picture of them in the pumpkins.
Yeah, this one is very elaborate. There's a lot going on there. There's the hayride that goes all around the farm. You can actually go out and pick raspberries and carrots and other
foam room.
There's a rave. There's an EDM tent. There's pig races.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, that's fun. It's pure fun.
It is?
You race a pig?
No, the pigs just race each other.
Oh. Why don't we get to do it?
It's a fair question.
It's like Michael Phelps racing the shark.
That's right.
You could have your own.
By the way, I never saw that thing.
Awful.
What did they do? It was a fake shark, like a digital shark?
Yes. They had a shark do it and they timed the shark. Then they had it kind of a CGI shark race along with Michael Phelps at that same pace.
In a pool?
No, in the ocean.
In the ocean, okay.
And Michael Phelps lost because he's a human being.
Yeah.
Going up against something that's what it does for a living.
How bad for a living?
That's what it does for a living.
How badly did he lose to the shark?
Not by maybe by a fin or two. Like it wasn't a.
Was it close?
It wasn't embarrassingly bad, but he lost.
Yeah.
He lost, and again, as he should.
Yeah, sure.
He also put on a special suit so he could. It wasn't like him swimming in a pool. He put like special fins on.
Shark costume.
Not far off. Not far off.
Oh, so he. Wait, why? So he could swim like a shark on the shark's terms?
Yes.
What's the point of that?
I hated it. And I think the world has spoken. Everybody hated it.
Yeah.
Like everybody was. We were sold a bill of goods. Like he's going to race a shark. He didn't. And then he didn't do it the way he would swim. He wore a special suit so that he could compete against the shark.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Pass.
Yeah, that is bullshit.
Never again will I watch that. I've watched about 7 times.
I wonder if they tried it with him swimming by himself, and they're like,
lost
ugh.
by.
Yeah.
Right. I wonder. That's interesting.
Or if the whole thing was fucking fake.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Oh boy.
Very fake.
What's
news.
that from? I've heard that before. What's that from, you guys?
It's a TV show.
It's one of the songs from Cats.
I've never gotten that far, so I've heard of it. Just haven't heard it.
News, why do I stand on a garbage pail?
As I've said on this show many times, and maybe not in Paula Tompkins' presence, my instructor from the American Academy of Dramatic Arts was in Cats. We had the front row. I still fell asleep.
Now, I saw that when I was in high school. We took the drama club took a field trip to go see that at the Winter Garden Theater, and I was delighted. Like, this is amazing. I'd never seen a Broadway show before. This was tremendous. And then I didn't really think much about it again. Even doing like Andrew Lloyd Webber's character, didn't really think much about Cats. And then a couple of years ago, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, they had a number from Cats. And I was like,
uncomfortable.
This is weird. This is really weird.
And it made me dislike those actors who were really just doing their job. But the way they went so close to the camera to sell their catness made me so effing uncomfortable.
Because the only catness you like is Hunger Games.
Bam. Why'd you point at Garen? Because of his hair?
The camera.
Oh.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
Nice.
I've never seen.
So you're at the pumpkin patch.
Sure.
Then what
It
happened?
was 94 degrees out. Miserable. Couldn't wait to get out of there.
Well, it's only going to be 102 today, so you'll be better. You should have waited till today.
I mean,
At the end of October.
Yep.
I think it's a hoax, this climate change. I really do, guys. I really do. Our president says so, so it must be
Take these
true.
off now. It's probably ruining the headphones. No. It's just stretching out.
oh, okay. All right.
Look, we got a lot of skinny heads coming in.
All right.
Yeah, Bert and Ernie's going to be coming in soon.
See what kind of dad this guy's going to be. Like, no one's in this room. Why are the lights on?
Oh, I am.
Oh, I'm that guy.
Why is this door open?
Wait a minute. I'm that guy.
Yep.
Give me more examples.
Okay,
These are-
take it easy.
You've nailed it so far.
Just trying to have fun.
It's like you're listening into my home life.
I'm not, I swear. Just doing fun things.
Well, give me your fingers. Break them.
Oh, that seems extreme. He was using his mouth. Break
Doesn't
his
matter.
face. Don't break his fingers. That's not going to solve anything.
This is how you learn a lesson.
Punch him in the face.
Me no like.
I don't know why a Hispanic character shows up from time to time today.
I don't know why you thought that was Hispanic.
It sounded like my gardener, quite frankly.
Me no like.
Yeah, that's him.
Is that how he expresses himself?
Yeah.
Like he points to dandelions? Me no like.
Yeah. Or I'll say, could you trim that up? Me no like.
And he doesn't do it.
No, he does it. Because he's getting paid to do it. You do it, sir.
But he was.
Senor. He's a good guy. My gardener.
Sure.
Comes every other week.
Oh, so not constant.
He's convinced me he doesn't have to come once a week. I get it.
That seems wrong.
What is he
gotta be
convinced
real
of?
shaggy.
That he
He
doesn't have to come once a week. And
in the winter, I buy that. But
he's wrong. I think he should come once a week.
Yeah.
What needs to be done?
Lawn.
Does the lawn need to be cut every week?
It does. It does.
Every week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, what's happened to your spine? What's happened to your spine? What's happened to your spine?
Oh, now it's stuck like this.
Now you're Gene Rayburn. What happened?
Oh, Gene Rayburn.
We lost him.
We lost
We
him.
lost Gene.
Oh, they called off the search, I heard.
It got too dark and dangerous.
No one wanted to kill their phone batteries with the flashlight app.
Oh, that just drains your battery, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I hear the new the update drains your battery as well. Any truth to that, Matt Belknap?
You mean 11?
I don't know.
here's what happens when they do the big update. It switches all your settings back to whatever, and all the settings are like, hey, you want us to constantly be checking your mail in the background, right? You want that? No, I don't. And then there's like 50 other things that you have to go turn off.
I just kind of got into the rhythm of the previous thing where it was like, oh, you flip this up, you can turn this off, you can turn this off. And now it's like, it's not really off, it's just disconnected. And so you have to go into
the Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Come on, guys. And there's no way around that, right? There's no shortcut.
So there should be there should be 3 toggles to that button, like disconnect from this and then completely off.
When this phone first came out,
I'm listening.
It famously did not have an instruction manual,
right?
Because you didn't need one because it's so intuitive. You don't need it,
right?
Now it's completely not intuitive at all, and still no instruction manual.
Yeah,
just YouTube videos from random people. Hey, watch this.
I just ask you. That seems to.
Yeah. I'm the human YouTube video.
You know a lot about it. You know a lot about that phone.
Well, I went through it, and then Elise was like, "Man, my battery's getting killed," and so I had to like go back again and remember what I did with mine to fix it. But it did work. It's all notifications, I feel like.
I see. What do you think of that Google phone? I like the commercial.
I do kind of like
commercial for that Google phone.
I like that Pixel
great.
too. It
Listen,
looks good.
Apple products are frustrating, expensive. I'll never stop using them.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
But isn't that a depressing? Like I thought of that. For the
it
first
bums
time.
me out.
The other day, I was like, I will never, because I was looking at that Pixel 2. I was like, that's a pretty cool phone. Oh, I'm never gonna have another phone. But oh God, what have I done? I cannot leave it.
I 100% agree. But that commercial makes me to go.
That's an awful feeling.
Maybe I should get that Google phone, even though I just got the new iPhone.
Have you seen this commercial? It's for chocolate milk, and in the commercial, they're like, "This chocolate milk is so good," and then I'm like, "But maybe you want chocolate milk."
And did you have it?
No.
Oh.
But I do think about it.
From time to time?
Well, yeah. Every other week.
I think it's delicious. I never have it, but I do think it's delicious.
Yeah.
The chocolate milk. I'm still talking about that.
Yeah.
You know what? It's not as delicious as a chocolate milkshake. So
I don't disagree with that. And I don't like chocolate for the most part.
Yeah.
But I like a chocolate milkshake.
You don't
if it's heavy on the vanilla ice cream.
Wait, what?
It's
you're saying vanilla ice cream, and chocolate syrup.
Chocolate syrup.
Interesting.
That shake I
like. But like a piece of chocolate.
I will like that.
What about chocolate ice cream with vanilla syrup?
What?
That's not even a thing.
Yeah, it is. They squirt vanilla extract
really?
into.
I've never had that in my life, and
some places do that.
That's going to be too chocolatey for me. That goes the opposite way.
I mean, they'll do it in a vanilla milkshake sometimes. They'll like put vanilla ice cream and then they'll squirt vanilla extract.
Who's they?
Yeah.
The Johnny Rockets.
Oh boy.
You got a problem with Johnny?
No, they're fine.
Wait, he's coming with the oldies and the goodies.
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's great.
Who's this guy?
Who are you?
Oh, this guy.
Super sarcasm, man.
I don't like him at all.
Coming at us with the rolling eyes.
You can't win any conversation with that guy. Not even win. You can't even have one with him.
Why would you? He's the worst.
I walk away from him.
I can't even look in his direction, frankly.
I know.
Don't do it. He's gone now.
Okay, good.
Matt, let me ask you this. Are you done with the weekend story?
I really wasn't even planning to start it, but...
Did you buy pumpkins?
We got a couple of pumpkins, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We get one every year.
You get one?
I just get it from the supermarket.
You know what? There's
I get
no harm in that.
the biggest one I can find.
Do you carve it yourself?
No, don't carve it. We might carve it this year.
You just put it out front?
We never have. We just put it out front decoratively.
How often does your gardener come?
I was hoping you wouldn't ask me this question.
Didn't mean to.
He comes every week.
Once a week, yeah.
Why so glum?
Tuesdays he comes.
My guy comes on Tuesdays.
I go Friday.
We have somebody in the neighborhood where they get their gardening done on the weekends.
No. Who's that guy? Does he get a
We
discount?
don't know. We
Maybe
just
he
hear
gets a
the
discount.
noise.
Yeah.
Maybe it is a discount. You would think it would be more.
Are you sure
know
it's
what I
not
mean?
just the guy doing his own lawn? Because I have a neighbor who does that because he's doing it himself.
Well, that's
and
what we used to
that's
do
when
as
he's home
kids. It
from
was
work.
the weekend. You'd mow the lawn. Or...
Yeah.
No, we've looked out the window, Mrs. Kravitz style, and it's pros that are
Okay.
that
These are
doing
professionals.
the garden. Yeah.
That's very strange then. I'm surprised that company even works on weekends, frankly.
Yeah.
They deserve the weekend too.
You know, my house, I could do it all myself.
Yeah.
And
didn't you buy a non-motor?
I have a non-motorized that I go out there and do it from time to time.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
One of the old push ones?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I enjoy it. Put the headphones on. Just go out there.
Wow.
It takes all of 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it's like, nope.
I mean, I honestly, just mowing the lawn I could do myself because we have a very small parcel of land that would take no time at all. Front and back, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
He does other stuff that I cannot do.
That's kind of why I keep him.
Yeah.
For the high shrubbery.
He's part of the family.
What kind of other stuff? What are you talking about? Like,
well, we have
contract killer?
There's other greenery that's on the property
Sure.
that needs to be trimmed, and I guess here's the thing: it's either I'm going to do that every week, which I'm not going to do, and so it's going to be overgrown and look terrible, or I can pay this nice man and have it done professionally and have it look nice every week.
I would kill it. If I had to
Oh,
do
that's
the
another
shrubs,
thing.
I would kill it.
My wife and I, every plant we've ever brought into the house, we've killed. And there's people who are like, this one, you got to like try to kill this one, but still it ends up dead.
We lost a cactus.
Yeah, us too.
We lost a cactus.
We did too.
Yeah, like my mom always gets to something, and she says the same thing. Now this one, you guys don't have to worry about. And sure enough, like if my mom didn't water the other ones, they'd all be dead.
Absolutely.
My mom saves all of our plants.
Yeah, it feels bad. It feels bad.
I don't know how it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. I feel like Michael Landon in that TV movie where he wet the bed all the time, and his mother hung the sheets out the window, and everyone could see.
Oh, that is embarrassing.
Good head of hair, though.
Beautiful head.
Beautiful head of hair. Michael Landon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what came back up recently on Twitter?
What's
Somebody was
that?
talking about Bad Ronald. That movie, Bad Ronald.
I never saw, but I remember as a child the idea of it scared me, and I remember my cousins trying to scare me further by just making shit up about it, like they hadn't seen it, but they told me things that were depicted in Bad Ronald.
And would it work? Would it frighten you?
Of course, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Easily frightened as a child.
What's Bad Ronald?
It's that movie. It came up on this show, and somebody sent me the VHS of it or the DVD. Probably the DVD.
He like lived in the walls of a house or something.
I don't. You know what? I got to be honest. I watched it 4 or 5 years ago when they sent it to me. Can't remember a second of it.
It was a thriller where this guy Ronald, not good Ronald, he I guess lives in the walls of this house, and then he comes out and does stuff.
And Michael Landon's in the the
No,
he's not.
But I think it was a TV movie.
Yeah, it was an old movie.
All right.
That was the bridge that brought me to mention that.
The Bridge on the River Kwai.
It's also a nice movie.
That's a good movie.
Haven't seen that in years either. A lot of movies I haven't. You know what I haven't seen in ages, and I was talking about with my wife yesterday? The Godfather 1 and 2. It's been so long since I've seen them. I think I could watch them today and be surprised by some things.
Yeah.
Like it's been that long.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't seen the whole movie, either one of them, in a while, but it's on TV a fair amount.
Yeah.
Both of them are on TV a fair amount. And I will always, it's hard to look away when it's on TV. I feel like I would maybe discover new things, but I would not be, I don't know if there's anything left to surprise me.
I know you're so well traveled.
Do you know what I recently watched for a podcast? I've rewatched Jaws, which I've seen a million times. Yes. In my estimation, the only one.
I don't know. That 3D one was pretty good.
Jimmy, you don't believe that.
I don't know.
You're playing around.
I've seen every one of them. Though.
I know this is supposed to be fun, and you're having a good time.
I took the fun away from you. So you watched Jaws again.
And I, for the first time, looked at the character of Quint, played by Robert Shaw, as a complete asshole. Like, this guy's the worst. Like, because it's a fun performance.
It is.
You don't really, or for me, I didn't really process, like, what a monster this dude is. But then watching it now, I'm like, oh, he's a total dick.
Yeah.
And he got people killed. He got himself killed.
He did.
Spoiler alert.
Does that make up for the other people dying? That he killed? He also died?
That's not how I meant it.
Yeah, okay. I'm just saying, like, he gets his.
I didn't mean it, but he gets himself killed.
Yeah.
It's like, no, his own hubris. He gets himself killed.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, he's the worst.
It's all that goddamn Indianapolis story. Like, you could watch the movie and be like, "Who's the fucking guy?" And then you hear that story, you're like, "Oh man."
Wait, what story? What? I'm sorry.
He tells the great story. It's this
monologue about.
Oh yeah,
where he talks about being on the USS Indianapolis. It's incredible. Probably the best moment in the whole movie.
I never made it to the end of that movie. Do they end up getting that bigger boat?
I've never seen the sequels.
I know there was talk of it.
They didn't, but I'm wondering because I haven't seen any of the other ones.
Oh,
Did they get the bigger boat?
There's got to be at some point a battleship gets involved in Jaws 5.
There was some anniversary or something of the movie maybe where Richard Dreyfuss's kids, who are on Twitter, his adult children, were tweeting back and forth like they were watching Jaws and they were finding all these problems with it and tweeting about it. And it was really, really funny. And it's like every point they made was valid. It still did not decrease my enjoyment in the movie at all. And it's rare, I think, that happens where you can take a movie that does have flaws, but you are able, like, for any like of its story holes, it still holds up as a great movie, very well done.
Do you remember any of these holes, out of curiosity?
Oh yeah, there's like
sharks don't really exist. That's one of them.
That's a big one.
They just totally
they're
overlook
from dinosaur times.
Yeah.
They're not around anymore.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like when they close the beaches, they have the Coast Guard. Before they close the beaches, 4th of July weekend, they have the Coast Guard on this big boat with guns, right, looking for a shark. And then they miss the shark. The shark attacks somebody and kills them. And then it's like, well, I guess we have no choice, but we got to take up this weird old guy's offer and pay him $10,000 to go out. What happened to the Coast Guard?
Right, with the guns.
They were.
Why was that off the table now? It's like, hey, look, we tried once. We're no good at it. We found these 2 kids pretending to be a shark. I guess we've proven we're not shark experts. So we're going to take our high-tech boat. And also that Richard Dreyfuss had an incredibly high-tech boat that they go out in when they, it's ridiculous.
Do we blame Benchley?
No.
Who do we blame?
We blame Spielberg, yeah.
Double S.
Double S in the house.
What? That's the second time, by the way, Dreyfuss's kids on Twitter have come up in the last month on this show.
They're pretty funny. Ben and Emily, I believe.
They fight with him from time to time.
Yes.
And is that real? Yeah, I know you were talking about it.
I think it's real when they fight with the.
Are they genuinely mad at him, or is it? For fun?
I think it's probably a 50-50. I think it's probably they know people are watching this.
Okay,
you know, and
they think it's also passive aggressive. Like, okay, I could do this with humor, but I really mean this, Dad. You were a shitty father, but I'm doing it in a way that makes people think I'm just having fun.
I think it's just the way they are with each other.
All right,
I think it's
you
just
think
the way
the
they are
Dreyfuss
with each
clan's
other.
a bunch of fun, grab assy.
Yeah, what was the thing that the kid went to rehab, and
then his dad said he said. Oh, I didn't. I should have spent that money on college, and then like Richard Dreyfuss said, "Well, I did it on rehab, and we saw how well that went."
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
like that. Yeah, I'm
it was
paraphrasing
funny.
all of that.
Yes, it was really funny.
Yeah, the Dreyfuss family. They should have a reality show. I'd watch that every week.
What if the Krippendorf tribe had become a series?
Oh, what if Jenna Elfman was not involved? Are you still on? She's a Scientologist as well. Second Scientologist reference of the show.
Garen, you got that? Keeping track of that.
I'll tell you what. There's a lot of success stories out of that Scientology. I'm going to look into it.
I mean, you can't argue with the results. Tom Cruise, John Travolta, they've got stars.
What do they got? Like, so they got about 40 million people that are involved in Scientology and 5 success stories. Right?
It's probably more than
at
you
least
think.
in show business.
The Masterson family.
Oh yeah, they are.
Danny and the other one. Who's the other one?
I couldn't tell you for $1 million.
But there's 2, right? There's
I don't
Danny
know.
Masterson, and he's got a brother.
No, I didn't know that.
The Rabisis.
The Rabisis,
are
of
very
course.
Juliette Lewis.
Beck.
Yeah.
Her father, Jeffrey Lewis.
He got her
Noted
into it,
character actor.
right? Is that how
that?
it went? He raised her in the church. It was,
Yes,
yeah,
that's
so.
right.
All right.
Beck. Elizabeth Moss.
Yeah, Lizzie Moss is over there. I like that show, that Leah Remini show. It's very nice. Very nice.
It's nice. Oh,
When you need, we just
it's
take your
precious.
mind off your troubles for a little while.
Very nice. Could be a worse word.
I can't believe it's still going on. I thought it was just going to be like a few episodes,
I don't
like a
disagree with that.
miniseries.
Yeah.
And after the 3rd episode, you're like, I think I get it.
Yeah.
They're bad.
This is not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's almost like with me with Twitter and the Trump. It's like I keep scrolling, hoping there's a result at the end of it.
I know.
And that's kind of what it is with the Scientology thing. It's like, well, certainly they're going to resolve this, and it's going to go out of business by the end of episode 95. So I keep watching it to see that.
Oh, when they make syndication? When they get to 100,
Oh, yeah.
100 episodes?
That's the only reason it's still going around.
Somebody told me that Leah Remini makes all the stories about herself. Like whenever somebody's talking.
I said that. My wife disagreed with me because I felt the same way. I go, look how she turns everything into about her. And Danielle's like, I don't think she does that. And then we fought, and then doors were slammed.
I'm on Danielle's side.
Wow.
Wait, what? Oh, you watched?
You should know. I'll always take Danielle's side over yours.
Okay, that seems fair.
Yeah.
You know me.
I do know you.
I like Danielle more than I like you.
I didn't know that part.
Oh.
But you know what? I would too. You're not wrong.
Let's not play
How is
this
she
game.
doing? I haven't seen her in a long time.
She's wonderful. She is wonderful.
I have no doubt that she is.
She is the greatest.
Do we need another break?
Yeah, we do. We got to take a break. All right, we're taking another break. Paul F. Tompkins is here. We're tackling Tompkins. We're tackling Scientology. I wanted to get to tackling, and that's where that C came in.
Tacklekins.
Paul F. Tacklekins. Hey, what's your Twitter Halloween name? Are you doing that?
No.
It's fun.
Is it? Are you doing it?
Oh, yeah. We spent a lot of time on this show.
What is yours?
I'm Jimmy Graveyardo. That's a Garen Cockrell production.
I don't do it. I enjoy other people's.
I do, too.
Yeah.
What's yours? Matt Dirtnap.
Matt Dirtnap.
That's a good one, too. Garen?
Oh, yeah, Garen's is good, too.
Mine is Garen Shockroll.
He's got a double dip.
Double.
It's all right. Elliot, you doing one?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it is. Elliot Spookberg.
Boy, that sounds offensive on a lot of levels.
What's wrong with Elliot Spookberg?
You know.
No,
If you have to be told, you're racist.
What?
If you have to be told.
Maybe if you don't have to be told.
What about Elliot Hochburg?
That would work.
Yeah.
What about Elliot Graveyardo?
You hit once. Why wouldn't it be a hit a second time? We'll be back right after this.
A lot going on. I got wrapped up in baseball fever.
Yes, you did. I was surprised by that.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I really enjoyed this season. I really did.
The Dodgers are magical.
The Dodgers are magical. The Phillies had a terrible year that ended up being very promising.
Some nice rookies.
It was fun. It was fun when those guys came in towards the end, and that was a real shot in the arm, and it was fun. And they beat the Dodgers their final game. Mm-hmm. They kept it under 100 losses, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and I think next year is going to be very good for them.
I think so too.
Yeah, but I went to some games in New York. I went to Yankee Stadium. Went to see the Mets at Citi Field. I took the train down to Anaheim to see a couple games down there. That's weird.
Well, it's that bullet train, right? It goes right to the.
Yeah,
goes right down there.
You get on the. There's a cheap train. It's $7, and you can go down there, and yeah, it was fun. It's been a fun year.
I'm always afraid I'm going to miss the train coming back, so I never do that.
That train is sitting there waiting to take people.
No fear, huh?
Yeah, no fear. None taken.
I wish that was recorded. Now listen.
Not recorded.
The Astros are the best team. Thank God they beat the Yankees because they deserve to be there. They're the best two teams in baseball.
Those playoff games against the Yankees were amazing.
They were great.
They were very tense.
It's going to be the best World Series in ages.
I'm looking for it. It's too bad that the Dodgers will be considered the default bad guys of the World Series.
They have not been there in 28 years.
I know.
And people are talking about, the Dodgers again. No.
Yeah, I know.
28 years.
88, right? Was the last time.
Yeah, 29 years.
And this is with a new ownership, right? All the drama is pretty much over?
Well,
yes.
It seems to be.
Yeah, the Magic Johnson and company. There's like 50 other owners, I think, but he's like the face of it.
Yeah.
Should be happy for him.
But then people go, but they have $1 zillion, so, you know. But I don't know.
Every team does.
It's fucking Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I know.
And also, they had $1 zillion the last, 5 years, and it didn't help them, so.
I like that the Yankees were somehow considered underdogs going into the playoffs.
But it's not. They're not the same Yankees that we once hated. These are a nice group of kids that came up through the system.
You can still find ways to hate them.
I don't.
That whole thumbs down thing.
I don't know. What's this?
Oh, the Yankees are doing this thing where if somebody makes a good play or they hit a home run or something like that, they'll do a thumbs down because there was a Mets fan. They were playing the Mets, and Frazier hit a home run, and there was a close-up of a Mets fan on TV just doing a thumbs down, right? And so they adopted this as their, we did a good job. And someone was arguing with me about it on Instagram because there was a guy during when the Cubs were playing the Nationals, and there was a guy, it was a Nationals fan, was in the stands like this, just looking really worried with his steepled fingers under his nose. And I took a picture of him and I said, hey, if the Cubs really wanted to be assholes, they could make this guy a meme and start doing that whenever they did anything good. And this guy's like, come on, man, don't be a douche. Why do you gotta hate the Yankees? Because that's the thing. And I said, okay, well, they adopted this thing by making fun of someone. Yeah. It's like, I think they're being self-deprecating. It's like, no, they're not deprecating another person for sure. Right. And they, they're not underdogs. Like, they're the New York Yankees.
But they're not the Yankees. I hear what you're saying. And by the way, Paul Campbell's our guest. We're back.
Hi.
We're talking baseball. But they're not the Yankees of old. They have not been. They
were almost the league champs. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they got pretty far for underdogs.
I hear you. I understand that, but I don't think they didn't buy their way to the playoffs like they have in the past. They made great trades. They gave away a lot of their farm system. They played it the right way. They didn't just go out and spend money.
Okay, sure.
I don't know why I'm defending.
Here's
the
what I
Yankees.
say.
Take
it however you like.
Humor.
Take it.
That's what he is. Well, good for you. Are you going to go to any World Series games? Lots of money.
Yeah, I have $12,000, so I'll probably. But here's my plan. It's $18,000 to get in the dugout club. Mm-hmm. I'll probably buy the $12,000 ticket and then just sneak down a couple innings.
Smart.
Yeah.
Mike Schmidt and I were supposed to go to Game 7 of the playoff Cub Dodgers last night. Had that been a thing?
Wow.
And
yes, we were going to go to that too.
Were you?
Yes. And I probably the same thing, where I was secretly hoping, like, look, it would be great if the Dodgers win this in 4, but it would be so much fun to
be
go
at
to
Game
that
7.
Yeah.
That said, it would also be nice to not spend that money because it was crazy expensive to go.
Well, we had somebody that we know got tickets. I don't know how. I don't think they bought them. I think they received these tickets and then invited me and my wife.
Well, that would have been wonderful.
Yes, absolutely.
Schmidt and I were going to pay. We went to Game 2. Watched them lose on the bottom of the ninth. Justin Turner home run. And what a boy! As I said last week, never got out of Dodger Stadium quicker in my life as a Cub fan, or I'm a Dodger fan. I like their Dodgers are third, White Sox, Cub, Dodger, but they all stayed to watch the celebrate.
Yeah.
And walked to my car, got in my car, and drove out.
Absolutely,
it was perfect.
Yeah, I bet it was.
But it was like you just saw the Cub fan, just all of us just walking up like dazed.
But that guy in the stands catching that ball was so great.
I didn't see a second of that. I was walking up the stairs to my car.
Dude, as soon as the ball,
it hit the bat. It was like Schmidt and I looked at each other and went, "Let's go," and then heard the roar as we were walking up.
No wonder he got out there quick. But he made a nice reach into like the weird area.
It was
between the
he just like kind of leaned over.
Yeah. And he was like all by himself.
Yeah.
Like, he was standing in a weird
Loner.
area. Yeah, and it was beautiful.
But there were people sitting there. But this guy somehow, everyone seemed to be on the same page. Like, I got this guy. Don't worry. And he walked over, like just leaned out. It was perfect.
Yeah, it was great.
Perfect.
That was a good game. I mean, listen, I like the game of baseball. That was a great game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And but Schmidt even said, he goes, if they walk this guy, Turner's going deep. I go, no question. Crack. And then, but Game 4 was fun. The Cubs came back and won that one. Then
What if he had hit the ball, you guys walked out of the stadium, and then got hit in the head by the ball?
That would have been great because that would have been a foul ball.
What if you'd walked all the way around?
Oh, boy. You know I sprint. And that would have hurt. I'm guessing it would hurt.
Yeah.
Emotionally too, because
Emotionally
then
and
you're like, oh my God, we lose and then this happens.
The both.
Yeah. Although then maybe I sue the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Right. Although it's on your ticket, it says right there you can't sue because it's.
Yeah.
I went to a game with Rhea Butcher, and a woman of like a row ahead of us got hit with a foul ball in the stomach.
Oh, like in the stomach.
Like, yeah, just like right under her ribs, real hard.
Oh, God.
She was fine. She stayed for the rest of the game, gave the ball to her little daughter. I missed this because I was going to buy, I think, a hot dog. I did, however, get to see a woman being escorted out by security because she had thrown up on herself.
Oh, she was enjoying a lot of alcohol, it sounds like. Yeah. Or maybe she had a stomach virus. She's Irish.
From the smell, I'm going to say it was the beer. Yeah.
Sounds like you were sitting close behind the dugout.
Not that close. No. That's the thing. We had decent seats, but it was surprising that ball came up with such velocity and hit that woman.
The people that argue that there shouldn't be netting up, I think, are out of their minds. I think there should be netting all the way to the end of the dugout.
Jim, I'm glad you mentioned this netting.
Okay, go ahead.
Because let me tell you something.
I'm listening.
I got to see a couple games at Citi Field where the Mets play. I was in New York. It doesn't matter. People don't need to know my business.
But you were in New York.
I was in New York.
That's how you saw the game.
That's how I saw the game.
What were you doing there, Paul? It sounds like something fishy's going on.
It's all above board.
Okay.
filming a guest spot for the NBC action drama Blind Spot.
Oh.
It's going to air December 1st, I think. Yes, December 1st.
Follow-up. What's Blind Spot? I'm not familiar.
That's that show where the woman got covered in tattoos and climbed out of a box.
Oh, right. All right.
A bag.
Oh, a bag. Sorry.
Box. Ridiculous.
Bag is better.
Is it a great show?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got all sorts of puzzly things in it and stuff.
I heard one episode in
Great cast.
December is going to be phenomenal.
They cast some other comedians on that, I feel like. Or were you the one telling us? Have you been on it before?
No, I have not been on it before, but Matt Gorley and Mark McConville did an episode.
I think it was Matt Gorley that was talking about it.
Yeah. And it was a lot of fun. Great cast. It was a fun part. I got to play with my friend Ennis Esmer, who is terrific. My old buddy from LA Complex. They're applauding at home. And so I had some time off. I went to Citi Field to see the Mets play. Mr. Met.
Himself.
Now, I'm spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up with the Philly Fanatic, the best mascot working today in the game of baseball.
What about the chicken? He doesn't work anymore.
Chicken works sporadically, makes special appearances.
Mm-hmm.
He's not there
But
every game.
as far as a full-time mascot,
Like you're talking Hall of Fame, he's there.
Sure.
As far as a full-time mascot,
you think the Fanatic.
the Fanatic, hands down.
Spell Fanatic so the people can enjoy it even further.
PHANATIC.
Yeah. Philly Fanatic. Mm-hmm. Love it.
Says it on the back of his jersey.
Let you know who he is.
Mr. Met. He's a guy wearing a baseball uniform who's got a big baseball head.
That's all he has.
That's all he has.
Doesn't he have giant hands?
Yeah, like they're sort of cartoony, like Mickey Mouse kind of hands. You know.
We're at paint the picture here.
Yeah. So this guy comes out, seventh inning stretch, I guess. He does very little, Mr. Met. Like throughout the game, you don't see him much at all, if ever. Mm-hmm. Seventh inning stretch, comes out with a t-shirt gun, goes in front of where, like the netting is, in front of the rich people, right? Fires the t-shirt gun. Well, in order to get it to go over the netting, he has to angle it in such a way that then it falls down to where the rich people are.
They don't want a t-shirt.
Don't they have enough?
They have enough.
There's other places, Mr. Met. You could go to the fucking outfield, the bleachers.
That's what t-shirt guns are made
Yes!
for. That's the whole point. Shoot him.
I hate this guy.
Didn't he get in trouble too this season at some point?
Yeah, he flips.
He flipped somebody
I
off.
think he's only got 4 fingers, but somehow still is like, I know what you did.
We get the gist of what that gesture
The
is.
attitude in your unchanging facial expression was hard to miss.
Yeah. Were you able to grab one of those t-shirts then?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, good. Got your big.
That's Queens for you. Queens, New York. Bunch of scumbags.
I am Queens Boulevard.
What's that from?
Entourage.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, it's from the movie Queens Boulevard starring Vinny Chase.
Oh. Not familiar with either the Entourage or the movies that contained within Entourage.
You don't know Vinny Chase's oeuvre?
Mm-mm.
I don't. I know he was up for
Aquaman?
Yeah.
Right.
Escobar?
Nope.
I remember hearing those things being things.
Yeah. Nope.
I watched, I think, a season and a half of Entourage, and in the middle of the second season, I was like, why am I doing this?
That might be when I bailed as well, because I remember people talking about it, and then I watched it on demand. Like I was sick, and I stayed home, watched maybe 7 episodes in a day.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, this is all right. And then maybe the very next episode, I was like, this is horrible.
Yeah.
And I bailed.
Isn't it bad enough if you work in Hollywood to have to deal with those people in real life? Then now you have to go home and watch them be glamorized.
Exactly.
It's horrible.
Exactly.
Very precise with his
diction.
Yes.
Paul F. Tompkins is here. We're talking baseball, and why not? The World
We're
Series
talking
started last
baseball. Lazinski Campanella. Remember that song?
No.
It was a song. The chorus was "We're talking baseball," and then they name a bunch of. It's almost like a Kokomo for baseball.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where they name a bunch of players.
Sounds like they mentioned Greg Lazinski.
Greg Lazinski did get a.
They called him the Bull.
That's right. They still do, but not to be confused with Bull.
Bulldog.
Airing weekly on CBS.
Love that show.
Do you?
Not 1 second.
It's apparently a #1 show. It's very popular. My wife and I are like, "What is this show?"
Here's another one for you: The Good Doctor.
Right.
That's new, right?
Number one new drama.
Is it really? Starring Freddie Highmore.
Oh, I don't know that.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
this young kid, he's a very good actor.
You like him?
I do like him. I was in front of him in traffic the other day.
How'd it go?
It went pretty well. I saw in my old rearview mirror I saw this guy, and he's the guy and a girl in a car. I was like, I think that's Freddie Highmore. He turns, faces forward. It's him for sure.
You confirmed it.
I confirmed it.
What do I know him from previously?
Yeah.
Before he became the good doctor.
Bates Motel. He was in, as a child, he was in, I think, that Finding Neverland movie where Johnny Depp was J.M. Barrie.
Right.
I think there's a couple other things you might know him from. But he's worked a lot. He's a very good actor.
I saw Finding Neverland.
Very good
Pantages. No, thank you. Sorry.
You saw the musicale version.
Yeah.
How was it?
Horrible.
Oh, no.
I remember you telling me.
The performances were great, but the story itself is a big shrug.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
Boy, was that awful.
I remember that movie being acclaimed, and then I feel like I was just kind of like lukewarm on it. It got nominated for
It was
Oscars,
okay.
so-
And, it was like a Oscar-y bait type movie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That little boy's very good. And now he's a young man.
Yeah, now he's number one new drama.
Number one new drama, Good Doctor.
Somebody else is in it. Some actor I like. He's his boss. Oh, it's the Richard...
Richard Kind.
Nope.
Dreyfuss.
Nope.
Burton.
From West Wing.
Richard...
Schiff.
Richard Schiff.
Schiff.
Richard Schiff. Richard Schiff.
Richard Schiff.
Come on, Garen.
We got a phone call coming in.
Give it up for Richard Schiff.
What is that? He's great.
What if it's Richard Schiff?
He's great in the show, too.
Oh, you watched The Good Doctor?
I do.
Would you agree it's number one best new drama?
That's what the promos say.
And
every week.
You're being very cagey, Garen.
But that's not an opinion. They're just saying it has the highest ratings of any new
That's
drama.
true.
Yeah.
What is your opinion? Is it the best new drama?
Yeah, I think it might be out of what I've watched.
What else is new this year? Let's put it that
Bull.
way.
Is Bull new or is it season 2 for Bull?
Season 2
Might be season 2 for Bull.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. I couldn't even tell you. Is that CBS you said? Bull?
Yeah.
Bull's a mom show.
Oh, it is.
Like my mom watches Bull. Yeah. Loves it.
Did she watch Designated Survivor?
No, I don't think so. I watched a few episodes of it.
It's not good?
No, it was good. It just there's too much TV.
Yeah,
and it
there is
fell
too much TV.
by the wayside.
What about Mindhunter?
You're watching that.
I have not started it yet. I've heard.
We started it last night.
Yeah?
It's very good.
Oh, okay.
The acting on it is terrific. There's a guy that I'd never seen in anything before, and I wrote to him on Twitter. I was so impressed by his performance.
Did he respond back to you?
He did respond back to
Good
me.
for him.
Let me find his name. Be quiet.
I'm listening.
I need to concentrate. Please shut
being
up.
as quiet as possible.
God damn it, Jimmy.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh.
I'm not saying anything.
His name is Cameron Britton. Cameron Britton. He plays a serial killer that's being interviewed by these FBI guys. And he's very good and very scary. In the banality of evil kind of way. But he's very like, oh, you totally buy him as this guy. He looks completely different in the show. I wrote to him, holy moly, you are good on the streaming TV program called Mindhunter. And then today he wrote back to me and said, dude, we at Mindhunter, thank you for enjoying. So he's thanking me on behalf of the whole Mindhunter family.
Sounds like an intern stole his phone and answered for him.
Yeah. Is that an authorized thanking? What is speaking for the whole cast?
I mean, he's verified.
Okay.
Blue check mark.
Yeah.
He's got it all.
Is he related to Connie Britton?
That's a great follow.
No, it is Connie Britton.
Oh, then that's a really good performance.
She puts on an outfit.
Great.
Amazing. Well, she is a great actor, so
She's very good.
Makes sense.
She's
now.
very good.
Very good. We're 5 episodes into American Vandals. We're into that.
Do you know, I watched the first episode of that, and I thought it was very well done, and I got it, you know.
And you thought, hey, there's no way this can sustain for any.
How is it doing it this long? Because it should be over by now.
I just wasn't inclined to watch the second episode, but everyone I know loves it. They love
loves it strong.
Yeah.
I got really caught. It's so stupid because it's a joke. It's if you don't know what it is, it's like a parody of Making a Murderer and Serial and things like that. And so it's a fake documentary about a high school vandalism incident, and you get the joke in 2 minutes. You're like, oh, he painted dicks on cars. Funny. And then
they're treating this seriously.
And they're taking it very, very seriously.
Yes.
And
it's extremely well done.
They do it so precisely
Pitch perfect.
Yeah.
But why do you need to watch
So
more
here's
than
the
one?
thing. As I kept watching it, I got caught up in like
In the story?
Who did it? And I'm like, I'm as invested in this as I was in Adnan, and this is not even this isn't real, but I still care. I had to know. I had to.
Don't tell us, because I'm only seeing it through because I now also have to know.
Yeah.
Really?
I have my theories.
Should I,
We all have our theories.
should I pick it up?
No.
No?
I don't. know that although it's not much of a, it's like 6, is it 8? What is it?
I don't know. I want it to be.
Are they hours or half hours?
It's half hours.
Half hours.
Yeah, so it's not too.
But you know what? It feels like an hour. It's well done,
because it's
but it does
packed
kind
in.
of drag.
It's like an easy spirit, right?
I don't know what that means, but yes.
It looks like a half hour, feels like an hour. Do you remember those? We may have talked about them on the show before.
I'd like to listen again.
They were ladies' shoes.
Oh, yeah.
The Easy Spirit pumps. Mm-hmm. And their slogan was, it looks like a pump, but it feels like a sneaker. Yeah. And to prove this, there was some ladies playing basketball in these shoes.
Yeah, that is bonkers.
You can find the commercial on YouTube.
I'm going to look for it.
It has a tremendous theme song.
Garen.
Here it comes.
Does he look it up and then we play it on the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Fix your jacket. Certainly. That was Trump pushing that guy out of the way. Like, that's what that was.
Oh.
Jutting his fucking chin out. That alone should have made him not get elected. He was already president.
He was already president, unfortunately.
He should have been impeached on that day. Yeah. You know what I'm tired of on Twitter, quite frankly? Is this. Anytime he has a tweet storm, Mueller's getting close. That's everybody's response to him going crazy, as opposed to he's been going crazy.
Yeah. Right. That might have flown in May, but at this point, it's like, you just shut the fuck up about all
Mueller must be getting close. He's going a little crazier than usual this weekend. Listen, Mueller's close or not close, and it'll happen when it happens. Would it be nice if it happened tomorrow? Yes, it would be.
What if it did? Finally, the Never Not Funny curse works to our advantage.
Oh, you want him dead?
No. I'm saying the curse would be we say it and then it happens. Like he gets.
Oh, but so far the only thing that's happened with is death.
Right. Like
yeah.
A lot.
Oh no! Wait. We got rid of the free electric car parking at LAX. You got rid of it. We brought that up, and the next day they announced that it was going to be gone.
God, I forgot about that.
Again, they're blaming the curse because now a lot of people have electric cars. It's not Ed Begley and 6 other people. So.
So your stance was, why should they get to park for free?
No. We were like, hey, it's great that they have this.
Oh,
and
then it went away.
So when you talk about someone who might die, are you saying this? It's just because you talk about this person.
We just talk,
and then they die.
Yes,
us. The mere mention,
and generally it's somebody obscure. And then,
like George Michael,
we did take out George Michael. We took out Michael Jackson, Steve Jobs. There's some big ones in there. There's a lot of
some big ones.
A lot of small fries.
I mean, has anyone? What's the amount of talk and what is the time?
Oh, there's no time frame, so people could be like, they mentioned them 3 years ago.
No, they're more often than not. It's within 2 to 3 weeks.
People don't mention it unless it's within a few weeks.
Yeah. Ed Sheeran got hit by a car the day we mentioned him on the show.
You're damn right he got hit by a car.
He was knocked down by a car. Isn't that cute? That's what they say. In the UK, they say knocked down by a car instead of run over.
Well,
or hit.
It does sound charming and adorable.
He was knocked down in the road, darling. I remember my friend of mine who has passed on. Loretta was her name. Loretta Feldman. She was Marty Feldman's widow.
Oh.
She was a real character. She was the best. And I remember her telling us, and she smoked she smoked a carton a day. She never stopped smoking, darling. And she told me some story about someone being knocked out. He was knocked down by a car in the road, darling.
Did you know Marty Feldman?
No,
Was he gone by then?
He was gone years before I met her, yeah. But she would have these dinner parties at her home, and it was wonderful.
You enjoyed the Feldman parties?
I did enjoy the Feldman parties.
Do you know who just celebrated 100 years on this planet?
No.
Marsha Hunt.
Oh.
Our old friend Marsha Hunt just celebrated 100...
you ever heard of such a thing?
Never heard of such a thing.
Who's Marsha Hunt?
Chestnut soup. Who's ever heard of such a thing?
Are you kidding me?
Chestnut soup.
This is Danielle's mother?
It's a friend of the family.
Friend of the family.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I conflated things.
Yes.
Friend of the family. She's 100 years old.
100 years old.
God love.
Did I say? I said Marsha Hunt. I
you
said
did,
it right.
yeah.
I did say it correctly.
Yeah, you were. There's the two stories they kind of go together. There's at Thanksgiving, Marsha Hunt couldn't believe chestnut soup existed.
Chestnut soup.
And then the woman's 98 years old, lived a full life, never craziness.
I'd never heard of it till that story.
Yeah, me neither, for that matter.
And then in a related incident, Danielle's mother puts salt on food like this.
That's right.
And may have done so at that same dinner.
That's right.
There's no question.
She may have loaded up that chestnut soup with some salt.
Yeah. Oh, you got to put salt on your chestnut soup. You can bring the flavor out. Bring that chestnut flavor.
100 years old, though.
That's amazing.
And she's still very active. Very,
Pretty lady.
has her causes.
Pretty lady.
She was very pretty. Very pretty lady.
She was.
Still is.
Karen,
I was doing the Willard Scott.
Oh, is that what he
That's
said?
what he would do when he would do the 100th birthdays.
Oh.
Pretty lady.
Did he start in Philadelphia?
I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it.
You seem to think he had to start there. You know, he was a bozo somewhere. Everybody knows that. All right, play this Free Spirit commercial, please.
Easy spirits.
What did I say?
Free spirits.
Damn it. That'll happen.
It ain't free, but it's easy.
Looks like fun. Feels like a sneaker. New shockproof, pain-proof, Easy Spirit dress pumps with the same insides as the Easy Spirit sneakers. Looks like a fun. Feels like a
Oh, God. Oh, my Lord.
How loud it is.
That noise alone, they didn't.
We insist we will use the actual sound from this shoot.
It's like they're on a hollow floor.
Yeah.
Now, if they're so comfortable, why are they not still a thing? Why don't the ladies still?
They might still be by a different name.
You think maybe they rebranded?
They also might not have been that attractive a shoe, or really comfortable.
And then other shoemakers figured out how to make their shoes comfortable,
Yeah.
and the game was up.
Oh, Easy Spirit.
Yeah.
All right, Paul F. Tompkins has been our guest. Paul, we thank you for coming by.
Jimmy, thank you for having me.
Whoa,
Matt, thank you for having me.
You making fun of us? Are you a Nationals fan?
This is a thing that I assume Jeremy Piven does a lot.
Of course.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you at home.
What was that show, Mr. Selfridge, that they would is that what it was called?
Yeah.
God, it looked awful. It was always, the ads was on, they were always written the ad at the end of Downton Abbey, and his face would just come into your TV full on. Jeremy Piven. Jeremy Piven was on a BBC show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He did a period drama about the creator of the Selfridge's store.
Was that what it was about? I'd never bothered.
I like him as an actor. I do. I like Jeremy Piven as an actor.
I used to.
I saw him in a V-neck white T-shirt once at a restaurant, and I wanted to take a baseball bat to his face. I wanted to knock his wig right off.
You know what bothered me? He went to one of the playoff games where the Cubs were playing, and he wore a Bears hat.
He's a dick. And they put him on this.
You can't. You're from Chicago. You can't scrounge up a Cubs hat or a White Sox hat. Do you know what I mean?
Or buy one there. He's got a lot of options.
It's got to be different. Oh, you know what it is? I have a theory. You want to hear my theory?
Yeah, I do.
Sure.
In the motion picture PCU, there is a scene where he says to maybe David Spade or someone else, I don't remember who, maybe John Cusack, was he in that movie?
No, Cusack wouldn't be anywhere near that.
He said, my friends, it's famous amongst my friends because we quote it all the time. They're going to a concert and someone puts on the shirt of the band they're going to see, and he goes, "Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Don't be the guy that wears the shirt of the band." So he's probably still in his head about that line. I can't even wear a Cubs hat to a Cubs game.
But.
No, you don't think that's the reason?
I don't.
I hope not. I would hate to think he's so
that
psychologically
line from that movie, though, has
tortured.
ruined a generation because they believe that. They all believe that you're not supposed to wear the band shirt to the show.
I mean, look, you can wear whatever hat you want to a game. It doesn't matter. But that does seem like, what are you doing?
You're going out of your way. You're going out of your way.
You're trying too hard.
Put your Cub hat on, you asshole.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a Sox fan, though.
Well,
they had him sit on the aisle. They took this shot. Hey, look, Jeremy Piven's here.
Oh, so you think he's like politically? I will not wear the Cubs hat because I don't know. I know it's
he
in
doesn't
my
want
heart.
to support Chicago.
He's
so I'll
from
wear
the
a
north
Bears hat.
side, so he theoretically should be a Cub fan.
Right.
And it was a black hat with a white C, a white Bears C. So maybe that was a nod to the White Sox.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
We'll never know. He's mysterious. Yeah.
Doesn't
He
like
keeps his own counsel. He plays it close to the vest.
His own counsel.
Yeah.
doesn't like attention. I know that much. He hates it.
Boy, he loves it. Oh, does he like being famous?
Yeah.
I bet it's fun.
Wouldn't be bad.
You got assholes on podcasts talking shit about you.
I welcome it. I'm sure it's already happening.
Sure.
On behalf of the Pop Culture Beast, there he is. Garrett Cockrell. Back there's the dead end. Elliot Hoper, the sleep sack. Elliot Hoper.
Too many nicknames now.
The Honcho Matt Pelham giving a wave. Our friend Paul of Tompkins. We'll see you next time on the podcast. AK-47, gone, not forgotten.
I'm just mad at the world.
Idiot!
Hey, everybody. Jimmy Pardo here. Never Not Funny right around the corner. But first, let's talk about Mack Weldon. Now, at a lot of the live Never Not Funnies, you may catch me wearing a Mack Weldon T-shirt. I love it. In fact, I just ordered 2 more.
Nice.
Boy, do I like that Mack Weldon T-shirt. Somehow it's magically slimming. Mm-hmm. It looks nice. It's comfortable. It feels good against my body. It rubs nicely against my abdomen. Had no way to end that sentence. Now, in addition to looking and feeling great like I just spoke about, Mack Weldon products are crafted with natural fibers that have built-in performance capabilities. They work hard, too. They have a line of silver underwear and shirts that are naturally antimicrobial. All that, they're shipped right to your door. You don't like the first pair? Keep it! They're still going to refund you. No questions asked. Go to MackWeldon.com. Get 20% off your first purchase using the promo code Pardo. MackWeldon.com. Get 20% off your purchase using the promo code Pardo. Now, listen to 100% of Never Not Funny. We're all looking for something, Matt Belknap.
What are you looking for, Jimmy?
Well, some look for love, don't they? Some it's a purpose. Why are they here? What are you doing on this marble we call Earth? Maybe you're looking for an unforgettable experience. Maybe you take a helicopter ride.
You know what I'm doing on this marble called Earth?
What?
Looking for people to punch in the face when they call the Earth marble.
Oh, I hate it.
It's the worst.
I hate it. It's the worst. Maybe you're looking for an unforgettable experience, like I mentioned, a helicopter ride.
Oh, that'd be great. You've never done that?
No, helicopters frighten me.
You wouldn't do it?
I would do it.
Okay.
I would do it. But you know my theory that a helicopter is never used for good. It's always
it's sinister.
It's either the police, or it's the army, or it's the news.
Yeah.
Or if you're just going up on a tour, you're wasting gas. It's never done for good. But for most, what are you looking for? Keys. Now, with Tracker Pixel, that's TRACK, capital R, Pixel, you'll never worry about losing your things again. Now, both Matt and I use the Tracker Pixel. I put mine in Oliver's backpack. I don't know why I picked a huge item that has never been lost. That's where I put it.
It seems like something that could be lost.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good call. Adam actually made me realize, like, my kids are always leaving their water bottles all over the place.
Water bottle's a better one than...
Yeah. I mean, that's not quite as... Like a backpack, you can put it in there, you won't even notice it. But still, this is getting me thinking about, I think I might get another one just for the water bottles.
Let me ask you a question about the word backpack. Do you ever hear the word backpack and not sing the song from Dora? We do it every time in our house.
We didn't watch that show enough for it to get lodged in my head.
Once was
really
enough.
The one from there, the only one I remember is I'm the map or whatever. What's the backpack song?
Backpack. 8 years ago, Tracker changed everything when they released their first tracking device. Now, that's 8 years ago. That's too shy of a decade. They've done it again.
Yeah.
Tracker's done it again, Matt, with their all-new Tracker Pixel. Now, Tracker Pixel, lightest Bluetooth tracking device on the market. Place Tracker Pixel on whatever you intend to lose. Keys, wallet, even your kitty cat.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't
put it
have
right
a
on the cat.
But if I do,
because it's so tiny, you put it right around their little collar.
It literally weighs less than like a metal like dog tag or just like what you would put on a cat's collar.
You misplace an item, use your smartphone, and a 90 decibel alert will help find it in seconds.
Yeah.
Boy, that would be good with a kitty cat. So often people...
Because cats won't, unlike a dog, you don't really train a cat to come when you call it. Although I guess...
Oh, no, cats, if you shake the...
sure.
You shake the food or...
I want to take a cheap shot at cats
whenever
I can.
No, cats are great. I love it. Powerful LED lights so you can find things in the dark. Could also help you find your phone, even if it's on silent.
That's the cool thing, yeah. It not only helps you find the thing that it's attached to, but if you have the thing, the Tracker Pixel, you press the button and it chimes your phone.
Hey, here I am.
Even when your phone's on vibrate, it overrides
You know what?
that.
I could have used that the other day. I was in a hotel, and my hotel had a fold-out bed on the couch, and when I got up, my phone slipped between the cracks.
Oh, dear.
And I couldn't find it, and I thought I was going crazy. I thought I was like going out of my mind. Like, I swear to God, because somebody was also texting me. I was like, I hear it. It ended up getting lodged in between like a spring and a
oh my God,
a support, a spring and support. And it was my case is black, so it blended in. But it was like, and I'm not kidding. It like
even with the sound,
if it wasn't a cell phone, I would have went, well, whatever. Like if it was anything else,
gone forever.
Yeah, it was like, I know it's within these 4 feet. Why can't I find this thing? The Tracker Pixel would have kept beeping till I found it. And that was the other thing. Then once it's done getting that text, then that sound ends.
Then it's over. Whereas with the Tracker, you can keep doing it until you find it. Yeah.
Now, thanks to Tracker's 30-day money-back guarantee, you truly have nothing to use. Or lose. More lose than use.
You have one thing to use, which is the tracker.
The tracker pixel. Go to tracker.com. Let me spell that again, Matt. TRACKR.com/Pardo.
Yeah.
TRACKR.com/Pardo. Get 20% off any order.
I wish my mom had known that. My mom texted me and she was like, "What's the name of that thing you were advertising? I want to get it for my stepdad." She didn't say my stepdad. She meant her husband.
Yeah,
my stepdad.
I understand.
For his birthday, and I was like, "Why didn't I tell her about the code? I forgot about the code."
Yeah, you know what? Your mom can pay full price, as far as I'm concerned.
Or she could listen up a little better.
Yeah,
too.
how about that? How about that?
We're saying it loud and clear. TRACKR.com/Pardo.
Get 20% off. Tracker.com/Pardo.
Forget the R.
Yeah, tracker.com/Pardo. Tracker.
A better way to find stuff.